Welcome to the most horse-powerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
Greater than X.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horse-powerful podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my good friends Fee and Mitch. Bowser is restfully, peacefully resting. Mitch, how you doing there, buddy?
She's doing
great to hear from you. We miss you, Bowser. Fee, what the hell is going on with you there, my dorky friend?
Hi, I'm doing great. It is
What else?
Friday, and I'm so excited. It's the end of the week. It's been a very long week, Sean. It was a long week of work. Holy moly, and goodness gracious, it's time to talk about all things Xbox with my two good friends, one Canadian, and then there's Mitch. So
And
there
then
we go.
also Mitch. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Bowser, we miss Bowser. Taking,
miss you.
I think driving to some chocolate volcano of some sort, I think is what I heard, Mitch.
It's exactly what it is. In Hershey,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, they had this big old volcano, natural volcano.
Yeah.
It's natural. Fun fact, Willy Wonka was once filmed there. It's crazy. They filmed
That
Charlie and the
is
Chocolate
incredible.
Factory there. Yeah.
Yes. How are you, Mitch? I cut you off, but as part of the bit, how you doing there, buddy?
I'm all right, man.
What drink
I'm
you
good.
got there? What kind of beverage? What kind of beverage you got there? You got that Dr. Pepper?
Come on, dude.
Is that the Dr. Pepper?
That this terrible movie sponsored. So thanks, Jurassic World, for bringing me Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar.
Speaking of zero sugar, I have a special beverage for us tonight, you guys. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar Wild. Is it just cherry? I was told it was wild cherry, but this is just basic bitch cherry. You know what I'm saying, Mitch? Like, this is just normal ass cherry.
I don't know if there's wild cherries out there. I don't know if they have to go catch them, if they got loose out their pin.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
tamed ass cherries here.
No. That says wild cherry, right? It's wild cherry.
That's what I thought, but I'm. You know what? You know what the problem is? It's
What's the
Canadian Fee, and it would normally say wild cherry, but you need to have the French version on the other side. The French is taking up
Yes.
half of the real estate there. How do you say that? Cherry?
Shetty?
Is that
Yeah,
how you
however-
say that?
yeah.
I don't know.
So you're telling me they tamed the cherry when it crossed the border? Is that what we're hearing?
That's Canada for you. That's
You're right.
us.
Yes.
You're right. You can't have no
basically the
wild stuff
same.
there. God forbid.
Okay, so I'm trying something new here tonight, you guys. I have like this non-sponsored Yeti container. Like, this is normally for my coffee. It keeps things nice and cold. So I might have a hint of coffee in my wild cherry. I just have all the. You know what? This might end up just tasting like Dr. Pepper. I'm coming up on 23 flavors over
Yeah.
there, Mitch.
This doesn't have actual water in
You're
it,
close.
guys.
You're close.
This
to
has-
With
23
some
flavors.
ice. What do you got over there?
I got zero sugar, Canadian dry with some
Canada
blackberry
Dry.
lemonade.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I got some from Costco.
See, that's better for the old stomach. I feel like ginger
Yes.
ale it's always good.
Always a good classic.
Well, we're here live at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live and youtube.com/carpoolgaming recording episode number 396 of the Xbox Drive. I used to do it in my car. Now I do it in the safety of my home. No more getting cut off. No more people tailgating. No driving away from the cops and trying not to get into a car accident as I record the podcast. And right before my bloody eyes, we got Star Athena coming in with a membership. Member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Star Athena. That's wonderful. This never happens to me, so I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm very excited. Glad that Fee that you're here. Glad that Mitch you're here. We wish Bowser was here, but maybe next week. Maybe next week Bowser will tell us probably about Death Stranding and her chocolate mountain that she visited.
I only want to hear about the chocolate place. I don't want to hear about any video game she's playing. I just want to hear about the chocolate place.
Yeah, why not?
You're live on the internet. You're like, this is recorded. This is not like a private conversation we're having right now.
It's the chocolate drive where Mitch
Yeah.
asks everything about chocolate to Bowser.
How was the chocolate there? Did it taste better? Was it more fresh? Were there more varieties?
Fresh.
Tell me.
Important
You know what I mean?
questions.
Exactly.
Why don't we start the show probably somehow like we do each and every week with our geek outs?
Yeah.
Fee, what are you geeking out about there, you big dork?
Yeah, I'm a big dork, and I'm gonna.
Second time you've called her that.
I know, I love it. You nerd.
You nerd.
You big weirdo.
Exactly. Absolutely. Guys, I'm gonna do a shout out. And you know what's even more surprising? It's currently episode 396, and I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my co-hosts, Mitch. Wow. Why am I giving Mitch a shout out? Well, great question, everybody. Last weekend, and we're going to be talking about our experience with Peak, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Mitch because he went and found some accessibility apps for me to be able to play Peak more because I love Peak and I'm currently getting attacked by my cat, but but high five, girly. No, it was really exciting because Mitch said, "Hey, I found out that there's a third person mod." And I'm like, "Oh, that's sweet. That's awesome." As you all know, if you don't know by this point, you've not been listening to this podcast, I get motion sick playing first person games. And then I was just like, it's okay, but like the camera keeps like jostling. And then he's just like, "Oh, I found one that stabilizes the camera." And I'm like, "You have anything else in that bag of tricks, Mitch?"
Yeah, Mitch, what else you got?
Exactly.
good.
Never know. It's a pretty big bag of tricks.
People don't know what to make of you, Mitch. Like you're actually like very nice. You're a very sweet boy. You know what I mean? Like
It's kind of crazy. I put off this persona that I'm a huge asshole, right? But like I'm kind of nice to
Like,
people.
deep
They actually get to
down.
know me a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Face,
what a damn
surface
selfie over
level.
there.
Surface level. Don't talk to me. I try to look scary on purpose. It's okay.
True.
see, I'm the opposite. On the surface,
Very
people are like,
much.
"What a nice guy." Deep down, stay away from me. You know
Isn't
what I mean?
that the Canada sheen though? Isn't that the Canada sheen of just niceness?
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
like
don't
on
know.
everybody?
True.
No, I think Fee is genuinely a good person. I
Oh,
on the other
okay,
hand,
got it. Okay,
I got
just
some.
making
I got
sure.
some stuff.
She's
you know?
actually nice.
Yeah.
She fits the
She's-
stereotype of
she's
Canada
genuine.
so well, right? Right? Got it. She's
Yep.
genuinely a good person.
Thanks, everybody.
just
What a
trying to
great compliment
make it
I'm getting
through.
over here.
Look at you.
But yeah, no, I really wanted to shout that out because sometimes it's like really difficult, especially with these like multiplayer games where it's just like, oh, here's a bunch of first person games. And then good luck, Fiona. But no, I really appreciated it. So I wanted to make my shout out this week, Mitch, because I really appreciate that you took the
Wow.
time to think about that. And I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Hey, Mitch,
I
who's
just-
your shout out going to be for?
Well, shit, I didn't know she was going to come in and be so nice. I didn't even have a shout out. But guess what? You know what? Fee, thanks
There
for
we
playing
go.
games with me on
Nice.
Sunday. What a great person you are. What a great. Actually, I'm going to keep it a stack. I actually would not have Peak if it wasn't for Fee. So just to be clear, it's like
Wow,
full
look at
circle
you
because she gifted me
guys.
Peak. Yeah. Crazy how we're nice, right? Like, I don't know. No, like I said, I wouldn't have Peak if it wasn't for her. So I was happy about that. But also, I'm going to give a shout out to literally PC modding because it makes games so much damn better. I promise you. If the developer's too lazy to do it, somebody who's bored
Someone
in their
else will.
basement will do it. And I appreciate them very much. So like we had 20 different mods going for Peak just to add so many more things. That's so much better. So yeah, look at that. What's happening, Locke? We're being nice to each other.
Yeah, we don't know how to handle it.
Despite the bitter feud that me and Fee sometimes have on this show, where we like to poke fun at each other and all that stuff, we're actually not. We're nice to each other off
nice.
off camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
Absolutely.
it.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for the people who were here specifically for our feud to just start unfollowing. They're just like,
They're like, yeah, no.
get out of here. You
The
guys are being
hell
nice
is
to each
this?
other?
Unfollow.
Gross.
One
Get
star.
out of
I'm
here.
here for the toxicity, not this niceness.
It's
I
okay,
can see
guys.
it. I
The
can see
podcast
it.
is early. We're 9 minutes in. Guys, there's so many opportunities for Mitch and I to just start bickering. So
Oh yeah, we'll find something. Don't worry.
absolutely.
Absolutely, we'll figure it out.
Hey Sean,
Hey, Fee.
how's it going?
Yeah, I'm actually as confused as probably the listeners, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure what's
there's
going
nothing
on.
to be confused about. Fee was nice enough to me. I'm nice to her back. Not
That might
confusing.
be it.
I wasn't even looking for compliments. I just wanted to say, like, give him a shout out because I thought it was really nice that you did that. That was all. That was it.
And to keep it a stack, I was really being honest when I said I had no shout out to give. So we'll just shout you out. That's totally fine. PVO,
Yeah.
we're good.
Breaking news, or bracking news, as we like to say. I had my first sip of this here zero sugar cherry Pepsi. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm pretty happy with this.
Yes.
This is mostly my dinner tonight. I just got home. We're good.
Sean,
It's okay. Look, it's 6:00. Like I just like there's work, and look, it's not like tomorrow like it is for you out there. Your time zones. You're out there in the
It's 9:10. Okay.
Icelandic time zone out there in Atlantic, Canada. You know,
Makes it sound like she's in over the across the pond.
She's on the timeline.
She's in Germany, right? Yeah.
International
She's totally
timeline.
super far. Exactly.
Greenwich time or whatever it's called.
Want to point out, Lockwood in the chat says, I'll add to the nice train by shouting out Fee for saying K-pop Demon Hunters is good. I watched it last night. Big fan.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
That's a good Lachlan impression there, Mitch. That was nice.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
gotta watch
Try.
it too. It knows that I want to watch it. Like Netflix,
Yes.
the app, it knows it's like, hey, don't forget about this, which I appreciate. I've been trying to get on Netflix a little more these days.
Yes.
Actually. Are you guys still geeking out or what? Like what's happening? Have you guys each geeked out? Mitch, are you done geeking out? Who did I go to first?
Last geek out I'll have is Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out today on Netflix. That's all
I
I'll say
freaked
too.
out.
I'm going to watch that tomorrow.
Is yes.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that tomorrow. But Sean, what are you geeking out about?
Well, I mean, I'm going to take that segue 100%. I watched the first Happy Gilmore yesterday because I golfed on Wednesday. So it's been quite a week for your boy. Like, it's been really good. And I got to say, Mitch, all that twisting and turning, like, I feel it all in my body. Like, my 40-plus-year-old body's like, oh, you think you can golf and just kind of get away with it, huh? Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling it, man. Yes, Fee, hand up.
Hi, Sean. Big fan.
Hi.
Just curious, how did your cyclothon go last weekend?
Terribly and wonderfully. I mean, it was 2 full days. I have to. Can I be so real with you guys? Yes. If you missed last week's episode, by the way, go back. I recorded live from like my basement Airbnb situation, which was a very plain, echoey kind of room. It didn't sound all that great, so I grabbed 2 pillows next to my head and I recorded basically the whole podcast surrounded
were
by
there.
pillows.
It's true.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think it sounded great though. Like I listened
It did.
back and it's like, son of a gun, that sounds better than my normal podcast. So maybe the pillows will make a comeback. We'll see. So I recorded that on Friday. Then Saturday, 8 a.m., we did the whole thing. It's a very big event. There's like 2,300 or 2,400 riders or something crazy like that. We raised $9 million, which was nuts. And they have a very wonderful opening ceremonies. Remind you why you're doing the thing. People there who are facing cancer right now and just like somehow have the best spirits through it. Like they're just taking all the positive lessons, I guess, out of it. It is insane. Just the best human beings. You're surrounded by the best of humanity. So I'm very lucky to be part of that. And thank you to everybody for donating. I got to 10 kilometers, felt pretty good. Got to 25 kilometers, felt pretty good. 50 kilometers, feeling pretty good. 65K, Mitch. My butt was taking a pounding. And I'm like, oh, I got you now. I'm going to go right behind you. I'm going to smash you in the butt.
That's what your
my
bike said to you.
me. Yeah.
Your
thank
bike
you.
was like, I'm ready to say
Yep,
this.
just keep going. Have you ever seen somebody who's like kind of like shifting in their chair, just kind of like one of those like, oh, that was me on my bike. I could not wait to get off of this thing. And I've done this ride before, but my training lately hasn't been all that great. I've had some trouble with my calf. And I'm going to complain about my aging body, but day one was rough for you, boy. I also was too slow to do a long challenge route that I really wanted to do, so I was kind of disheartened by that. I was disheartened that I told people I was going to do 160 kilometers, and I wasn't able to do it. I ended up doing 108 kilometers on first day, and I was just in one of those spaces that I should have been very appreciative and grateful that I could do that. And instead, I was whining and complaining that I didn't get to do longer. And it was just in a really down space. Like mentally was not a good time. And I wept crossing the finish line on day one. Like I was all by myself. I don't have any, like no family or friends or anything like at the finish line. So I'm just like, I'll just cross the finish line and I'll get into my car and then I'll go back to my Airbnb and I'll have a nice hot bath. The bath was nice. The showering was
saddest
good.
goddamn thing.
It
I've
was
ever
terrible.
heard.
It was,
Oh
well,
my
you
God.
asked like how it was. This is how it was. It was not good. I was not in a great spot. And I've done this ride. This was my 10th time doing it. And like I said, nobody else was there. And I'm like, I could just go home. Like I could legit just, I'm good. I've done enough. And had a good sleep, woke up the next morning. My butt was just aching, Mitch. My butt was just like a throbbing bum. You know what I'm saying? Got back on the bike, and there was really nothing easier about day two. Way more hills, way more wind. just a little shorter, like just over 100 kilometers. Yes, Mitch?
Is it the same route or is it a different route? Okay.
Different route, different, way more hills. Like they found more hills for us to do on day 2.
They manufactured hills overnight. Got it.
Yeah, kind of like like terraforming. They're just like, and we'll go up over here.
Took Minecraft and blocked it up. I got you.
Day 2 was something special, man, because yeah.
Kudos to you. Like, I'm
job,
so
dude.
flabbergasted for people who like go out and do these cyclothons. Like, I don't know if you
hard.
guys are. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware. There's a YouTuber slash like Twitch streamer, CDogVA, and he does like 2-week cyclothons where he does 100 kilometers a day. And I'm like, how are people able to do this? Let alone like one day, I would legitimately be dead. I would be like just face planted. Also, I'm terrible at riding a bike. Fun fact.
So am I. I'm not very good at it. I do this once a year, really, and then if I'm training at all, it's usually on like a stationary bike. But that's kind of the point. Like coming out of it on day 2 was like, I really thought I was done on day 1. And then you do it again on day 2. And this is the thing that for me personally, like it really drives me quite a lot. Facing such a difficult challenge, even though I've done it before, I can get complacent. Like that was part of it. It was like, oh, I've done this before. I don't have anything to worry about. It's like, it's still tough. It's still 100 kilometers a day. And so doing that again, it was like, oh, okay. Like for me, there's a huge amount of value in doing something really, really tough. So I came out of it very positive, but Saturday night was not great, not good.
No, but kudos to you for getting back on the bike and doing it. You know?
Yeah, because you could just like disappear, and I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people go like, "That's enough."
I would disappear on the route.
I heard a few people saying like, "Doesn't it look like there's fewer people out today?" Like on the Sunday. But no, everything was like it's such a special event, and you're surrounded by people like riding in support of people who have cancer, who have passed away, and those who have survived cancer have like a little yellow flag on their bike, and so you see some of those throughout the route, and it's just like super inspiring. It was wonderful, and I'm glad I did it. I've signed up for next year, but like what a damn journey, man! Holy crap! And I don't express this for anything other than encourage people to like face their limits. You know, because I feel like I definitely did. I wanted off that bike so badly, guys. I hated it. And I discovered again how much I don't like cycling. So I'll probably have to lean into that as some sort of like personal growth kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
I don't mind cycling as long as I got a good seat, because like that was one thing, because I might not look very wide on this camera, but I'm quite wide, and like on a bike it's not very fun when you don't have the right seat. So that was why I asked you. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Mitch
but like,
Power.
That's true. That is my name. Thank you.
Yeah.
But like, I just can't imagine like doing that long of a bike ride with like a crappy seat. And again, like the second day, you got to think people were just like, there's no way I can sit on a bike for
it's just
2 kilometers. Like, yeah, exactly. Let alone doing another that. So
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you know, it kind of numbs out, which is weird. It's a very strange thing. So thank you guys for letting me talk about that. That is one of my geek outs. So I did a big long bike ride, raised a bunch of money for cancer. That was very cool. Got to go golfing with some old high school friends. What's this from Yarden? You have absolutely nothing to feel bad about, Sean. The most cycling I've done this year is play Wheel World. What's Wheel World?
that was a game that Seth was streaming that looks very stylized and cool, and it's all
that's
cycling.
right. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Looks awesome.
I mean, the padded look, you guys don't want me. I have given you you think I'm giving you too much detail? There is disgusting detail to get into. We talk about these padded shorts, like there's a lot of material, you know, and there's a lot of chafing that can happen, you know, a lot of pinching. It's not good. It's not great.
Housekeeping.
I'm not done geeking out yet. I want to talk about I was golfing with high school friends. That was pretty sweet. Nice. What else do I have? What else did I do? Oh, I watched Ford versus Ferrari. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that one. I'm like, I just want to watch movies all the time. Yeah. So that's it. I've been going on too long. That movie was very cool. I watched Happy Gilmore, as I mentioned. That was great. And my last geek out is actually kind of a shout out to none other than Fee, and I had this written down before the show even started. Okay. Because after the show, we're going to be live at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live, and we're going to play that there, Fallout 76. I told you I was going to figure out a way to do it. Tonight it's going to happen. We're going to play the Fallout 76, not Fallout 75. No. Fallout 76.
Not 77 either.
Not 70. Yeah, we don't want to go too far.
Not 78.
No. Nope.
No. Or what's that thing that I just saw on the internets, on the there's some sort of like fan made game like
The
Fallout,
Fallout 1.
the
Yeah.
Bakersfield or whatever. Oh my goodness gracious! Is that California? Is that by LA?
Bakersfield, I think that is.
Bakersfield, California. Yeah. That's the city,
Bakersfield, California is in California. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's in California.
Thanks.
Good job.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet. Nice.
We're learning.
I don't think there's a Bakersfield, Colorado, but I could be wrong.
There
Maybe.
could be.
There could be.
Damn, look at you guys. We are locked in.
Yeah.
100%.
Nice.
100%.
I like it. Okay, I think that's enough for me. That's wait. There's one other thing. This is sort of like a preview, and we'll get to this maybe at the end of the show if I remember.
Yeah.
Monday, I'm turning a random age. I'm getting another year older, another year wiser. I'm going to be live on
35.
twitch.tv. That's right, 35. Yep. That's me. Twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live. I'm gonna have a birthday stream. I want to play some games, and I don't know exactly what it is just yet. Probably Donkey Kong Bonanza if I get it for my birthday. There's a whole story there that I'll save for the Nintendo Drive. So play some of that, maybe some UN Squadron, maybe spread some sheets, Mitch. I know you like to spread those sheets there, buddy. Maybe spin a wheel. We'll see. We'll have some fun on
Wheel
Monday.
spins are
So
more
if
my
you're
thing.
all working, I know most of you probably did not take off work for my birthday, but I did. I'm not working on Monday.
What if as a boss of Carpool, you're like, if y'all don't take a day off for my birthday, consider yourselves to be like no longer a host.
What if I did like if I have to tell you to take it off for my birthday, then like I don't even want you to do it. You know what I mean? What if I got kind of that little
It's okay.
attitude?
I'm in a training class on Monday. I'll just plaster it on the big screen and be like,
Oh,
"This is
that'll
my
be
friend.
good.
This is his birthday. You guys
Yep.
have to appreciate it." And they're gonna be like, "Fiona, we're behind," and I'm gonna be like, "We watched my friend's birthday stream. It was important."
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
All right.
Absolutely.
make them follow and sub, or they fail.
That's right.
Force
We're on the
them
road
to
to
pay us
1,000 over
money.
on Twitch. We're almost there.
For sure.
There we go.
We may have passed it already. I have no idea. I haven't looked in a long time. Last
No,
I
no.
checked. Yeah.
It's one of those things that actually bothers me. I'm like, no. We need to get us to 1,000. It's dumb. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it.
how much content would you put on Twitch all the time? Come on.
Yeah.
Like basically
Hey,
daily.
Hey, everybody on YouTube right
much
now,
daily.
17 people. If you guys aren't already following it on Twitch, go do that, please.
Yeah.
Help us get to 1,000. Come on.
Come on.
Absolutely.
All right, that's enough geek outs. I had a lot. Like the funny thing is, in the section about playing games, I won't have very much to say, but I'm geeking out a lot. I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, wow, another geeky day. This is terrific, wonderful. Okay, hit that button again there, Mitch? Do me a favor.
Housekeeping.
All right, Bowsy usually does the housekeeping. I've got it pulled up here, so I might as well just keep chatting at you guys. Thank you so much. Man, every week we got people like doing stuff over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Keep up the momentum. It's crazy. Thank you to Benny for upgrading to the platinum producer tier. We sent over a gift link to get that free mug. People don't remember, so you should remember, so I'll remind you that at the platinum producer tier and the ultimate producer tier, you get free merch. Free with
Crazy.
purchase.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Game
free-
Pass. Free with subscription.
Exactly. That's where we get it from. So thank you to Benny for that. I really appreciate that. Go over there at the exclusive tier plus. There's a ton of exclusive content, of course. Amanda put on some Pants for Pants episode, is over there answering a bunch of questions. And shout out also to Amanda. I listened to her Pants podcast while I was riding my bike. I had one little earbud in, and it was like, and it was like we were having a conversation. If you listen, she addresses me a couple times, and I was like, oh, we're kind of having a chat back and forth. So that was very nice, Mitch.
I also found out through that show, apparently I'm her best BFF. I was unaware. She was my
I'm telling you,
BFF,
man,
Mitch. I'm
you're
like,
making waves.
all right.
Look at you.
Nope.
The other night, also, speaking of movies, I sat down with the Ryan Turford and the Seth Sturgill, and we recorded our movie podcast. We don't really have a name for it, but we recorded a review discussion and spoiler cast for Almost Famous, which, as it turns out, is one of Ryan Turford's favorite movies ever. And people might remember back in, when did we do CPG Days? Was that May or June? We did CPG Days a couple
May.
months
May.
ago. It was going to be May. And thanks to people's support over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, we're doing a bunch of movie stuff. We're watching a bunch of movies and we're talking about them, we're reviewing them and spoiler casting them, and it's very fun, but it's only available at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Ooh, the drive-in, says Darathena. Oh, I like that quite a lot. Somebody write that down. I will forget. Although I'm speaking it now and recording it, and I'll listen back later. So that's pretty great. Darathena, thank you so much. The drive-in is actually very nice. Oh, and Mitch just messaged me in the Discord chat. That's great. Almost Famous. a wonderful movie. Music, 70s music, journalism, Rolling Stone. It's awesome. And so you guys can look forward to that. That'll hit feeds on Monday. And I think that's probably enough. Go to carpoolgaming.com for merch and get your Summer Game Fest merch before we take it down. That's probably, we should do that. We should probably take that down.
Take it down. Someone remembered to take it down. We made it a limited edition for a reason.
Damn near Winter Games Fest. You know what I mean? Good.
We all need jackets. Nobody's wearing flip-flops anymore.
That's, man, we got like a couple hours left of summer up here.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah,
I still have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I still have so much.
Goodness gracious.
It doesn't go away.
Okay, housekeeping lady, get the hell out of here. That's enough of that.
Housekeeping.
Beat it. Leave.
Okay.
Fee.
She's just trying to do her job, guys.
Your lighting is like on point, by the way.
Yeah, because I have my iPad out because I wrote at the drive-in.
It's like a flashbang just went off. That's so damn bright.
Yeah, your screen brightness.
How are you in such a dark room yet you have it on flashbang settings? Like, why would you do that to yourself?
You don't need flashbang
I
settings.
really, every so often, I just like want to feel like I'm alive.
You want to burn your retinas?
I get it. Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
Every so often, I just want to see
Sometimes I just want to feel something.
Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Does she go outside and look at the sun for the same damn reason? Like, what the hell?
Exactly. I have blackout curtains. Sometimes I just open them and I'm like, wow, the sun exists. And I close it back up and then I take a D3. There you go.
Well, whatever.
I wonder
make
if all this messed up her like that's why she can't do first person games because like she stares at the sun too goddamn long. Yeah. Totally makes sense.
It's weird that I have vision problems. That's strange.
For some reason, my glasses
on her
prescription
iPad.
keeps getting stronger, Doc. I don't know why. Fee, we talked about you staring at the sun now, didn't we? She's like, I know, but it's so fun.
Her
Jesus
iPad is like
Christ.
she's got high beams on the highway. for God's sake.
Jesus. Deer in headlight mode.
I know. You need those auto tinting glasses.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Or those ones I
Those
like,
work
flip on.
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
What is
All
this
right.
show? Go on, Fee.
Don't look at the sun, guys.
Please don't.
Please don't. Yeah, so this week I will say I haven't played as many games as I usually like to. However, I did get to play a lot of fun ones. I'm gonna just start off with I got to play Peak. Guys, I love Peak. That game is so much fun.
Yeah, it's
it is
pretty good.
chaotic as all anything. It was absolutely crazy. Mitch tried to yell at me and blame me for a death, which was not my fault. And so, for context, Buzz and I were at the top, and we were waiting for Mitch and Bowser to join us.
Oh yeah, I did blame you
And
on
then
that. I'm sorry, my bad.
Mitch, Buzz is just like, hey, I got this blow dart. I'm gonna kill Mitch. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I don't see him yet though. And then I all of a sudden over the horizon, Sean, let me paint you a picture. Over the horizon.
Like acrylic or oil or watercolor?
You know what? I would have to say
Yeah.
vibrancy.
A mental one, but
Yeah, mental one, but we're going oil.
Mental one.
You over the distance, you see this lime green ball, and then you're just like, that's
Tennis
it.
ball.
is that a ball joke?
It is a ball joke. Mitch comes over the mountain. And then
Damn.
I say
Got
to
him.
Buzz, Mitch is right there. And I point. And then Buzz kills Mitch. And then all I hear on Mitch's stream is blame me for his death. And he goes off. He's like yelling. He's pissed. He's just like, what
He's
the
pissed.
bleep? He's
Yeah.
just yelling up a storm.
pissed.
And then the game crashes for everybody. We're all kicked out. Mitch is still yelling at me. And I'm like, what is happening? And then all of a sudden the game just breaks multiple times.
Oh yeah, it was bad after that. I don't know what happened.
And
It was
so
real
then
bad.
somehow Mitch and I were on the top of the mountain, Sean. I have to stand on the top of the mountain with this man yelling at me, blaming me for his death. And I tell him, it was not me. No.
It was the one-armed man.
your friend Buzz.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, what? And he's like, I heard you yell. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I pointed you were out there, but I wasn't the one who killed you.
You know what it was? It was the oh hey, there's Mitch. And then
Yeah.
it was the gusto in your laugh that you had when I was like rolling down the hill
gusto.
dead. It was the vibrance, the oomph, the excitement that she had of so happy of seeing my lifeless corpse roll down the hill.
But
And
just
that's where I
like-
got mad. I'm just saying. But you know what? Buzz made a good point. He literally goes, you think who you think's going to make that shot from that distance between me and Fee? And I'm like,
No.
You're right, Buzz. It
He
was you.
said, you really think she can make that shot?
That's true.
Quote unquote. He thinks that I can't make that shot. Next time, Buzz, if I have a blow dart, it's on site. I don't care if you're the last person. Like,
I'm going to see if there's a way to spawn in items, and we're just going to have blow darts on all of us. We're going to do a whole run that way. We're going to do one run of Peak where each of us have a blow dart, and one of us pisses off the other one. We're just going to shoot it and let him die. Figure it out.
for context,
Great content.
If you're unaware of what Peak is, it is a rock climbing game with your friends. You are playing characters who are going on a, like, essentially a Girl Guide Boy Scouts mission, and your plane crashes, and it is your job, essentially. Your only option is to go from the beach and go through multiple different terrains to get to the top. And
Correct.
It is absolute chaos.
It's so fun, guys. It's beyond fun.
So much fun. It is absolutely bonkers. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of laughing. There's a lot of betrayal. There's a lot of people pushing each other off of cliffs. There's capybaras.
I was unaware of that until
They're
that
making
day,
a comeback.
Yeah.
They're showing up everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's a lot of fun. I would highly recommend it. I want to play more of it. It's just one of those things where I can't just play it like at 12 p.m. at night and then think I'm going to be able to go to bed at a reasonable hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A lot of fun, 10 out of 10, just pure chaos. And once again, Buzz on site. So,
Damn, blow darts.
I'm going to find the mod to allow me to just spawn items in. We'll figure that out.
I was also not a fan of the fact that people kept picking me up and then carrying me. That was just not a thing. I was not a fan of it. There's a very funny clip on Mitch's stream where I just freak out. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that. I also got to play Escape Room Simulator on Steam.
Love it.
I played it with a few friends. And as much as I like escape rooms, sometimes I just don't have the patience for it. I fully recognize that. And last night we played a few levels and it made no sense to me. And I just like randomly picked up stuff and I was just like, I found something. And they're like, we found it like 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, okay, great. Happy that I'm on the same page. No, I do very much enjoy it. It can be kind of chaotic. It does feel kind of like a tight squeeze because it is such a small room. And I understand that's how escape rooms work. It's just sometimes it's just over the top a little bit. We had one, it was like a time like traveling one and it made no sense to me. And then there was one where we were all dead. We were all ghosts and then we were trying to bring other ghosts to get out. Cool. It's 10 out of 10. But yeah, I do like puzzle games. I'm gonna have to give it a few more tries. Maybe it's because of the first person aspect and then also trying to figure out puzzles at the same time are not my forte. But no, I played like The Room, which is the weird like solo first person. There's like multiples of them. And I had no issues with that. It took me a little bit longer, but maybe it's just the time limit that just kind of stresses me out slightly, just slightly. I know escape rooms are like that. I do enjoy real escape rooms.
I've never done one.
Oh, yeah, I've done quite I think I've done 6 or 7.
I think I would be genuinely awful at them.
I wouldn't say. Yes, Mitch. Were you gonna say something?
He just avoids answering the question of
I know.
be good or
Yeah.
not. She ditched that shit. I only did one virtually during COVID as a team builder, which was quite weird. It was very strange because it like a person was actually carrying like a live stream camera.
Yeah.
And they were like looking around the room with this camera and it felt weird, like a horror movie. Like I was like
Oh, I like
directing.
that.
It was really strange.
Oh, that's fun.
But they were kind of, the only thing that made me like bummed out is they were just like, I don't know, maybe it's here. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
don't give me hints,
Pretty
damn
guided.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let me figure it out. You know what I mean? But that's the only time I ever did one. It was kind of weird. It reminded me of like I was Jigsaw watching somebody go through a saw puzzle. It was
Oh,
weird.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
sometimes
weird. It was just a
feels
weird
like that.
POV. Like I didn't like it.
Yeah, I've gone to some really good ones. I went through one which I just like almost like straight up quit like 2 seconds in because there's like, here's a blindfold, crawl through a hole, and I'm like, absolutely not. What are you talking about?
Hold on a damn minute. Nope, we're not doing that.
No, it was a medieval themed one, And we ended up, essentially, the best way to put it, it was like waking up in Oblivion. You're in a dungeon,
Nice.
and you have to get out.
I gotta
Good
play
lord.
that. Golly.
Was there a dragon? Did a dragon show up?
There was a
Anything like
dragon
that?
in the other room.
Of course
it
there
wasn't
was,
a full
yeah.
dragon, but it was like a small statue of a
okay.
dragon. But no, I what a time. But yeah, I played that game. I played some more Shadowverse, which is the card game that I've been playing. I'm still trying to understand it fully. There is the new season that's currently out, so I'm currently trying to build a specific deck. If you are playing it, I enjoy playing, of course, Swordcraft, so I like a lot of, like, essentially very fast, heavy AoE, like, try to get things down as fast as possible. It's a very aggro deck, if you will. But, yeah, it is definitely a very interesting game, to say the least. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's just not the typical card game that I'm used to, I guess. So I'm going to have to play some more to get an understanding. There are multiple different types of decks. It's almost like, it doesn't play like Magic, but it does kind of have the same system where there are like more spell heavy decks. There's more defense. There's more like trap card kind of decks. But for myself, I just like large amounts of damage and get it done. Kind of like, let's go. But sometimes it's just not what you have, like, not in the cards for you, essentially, is the best way to put it. But yeah, it is definitely an interesting game. And I found out you can play it on Steam, which I'm feeling very stupid that I didn't know about that, because there's a bunch of streamers who've been playing it.
Where were you playing it?
On mobile. I played it on my iPad and on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, do it on Steam, silly goose.
Yeah, I'm silly goose. So yeah, 10 out, like, I've just been enjoying it. And also I found out that you could do some more, like, extra character creations. I've been doing that because, of course, if I have to find one, you got to do it. So yeah, I think that's essentially all I've been playing this week. Wow, flashbang. Either way,
that's crazy. That light, that is nuts.
I know, look
at that.
That is, you know what that is? That's legitimately the Xbox Drive show notes that I just opened up.
She got that big monitor
dark
that does
mode
it.
in that.
Yes. Yeah. But no, you know what? I did play more He Is Coming. It's one of those games where I don't know if I'm making a lot of progression or not, because I'm unlocking more, but because you're just trying to figure out what's going on in this world. But I keep on finding new bosses, so that's a positive. It's one of those games where I play, like, probably for 15-20 minutes. I'll do like 2 or 3 runs, and then that's pretty much it. I am kind of keeping my distance a little bit because it is early access, and it kind of like, usually I typically can overlook it, but it feels very kind of early access-ish, if that makes sense.
Early access.
Yeah, so I'm curious how it will continue. I'll probably continue to play it just to see if I can get further and unlock more. But I'm just concerned that maybe it ends up getting fully released, and sometimes with those types of games, they're like, it's fully released, now all your progression's gone, and then you're like, what just happened? So I'm trying to play tentatively, but yeah, I would recommend it if you want to check it out. It's a good time to check it out because it is on Game Pass. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week, guys.
Way more than me.
Wow. I felt like I didn't really do much gaming because I've been reading and watching trash
What are you
television.
reading?
Oh, great question.
Look at her.
Reading
She's just so stoked that you asked.
Yeah.
I'm just stoked. Actually, I have it behind me. It's called Enchantra. It's the second book in a series. Yeah, it's about essentially like murder games where a family is like constantly stuck. Every year they have to play this game because their family made a pact with a demon, and they constantly have to take each other out.
Yeah.
And
sucks when that happens.
Exactly. One of them gets to stay on the mortal realm, and the rest of them have to go to hell for an entire year.
They kill everyone?
Yeah, they have to kill everyone in the house. It's the family
battle
curse.
royale.
Yeah,
Last man standing.
Correct,
I like
Sean.
this.
It
Okay,
is battle
yeah,
royale.
nice.
Yeah. Crazy times. The first one was the same way. It was a murder game, essentially.
How are people? Okay, for anybody who doesn't want spoilers, skip ahead a second. Give me a good kill. Like, give me a good how are people offing each other in this one?
Well, I can tell you a really good one from the first book, Sean.
Okay, that sounds good.
Essentially, everyone's sitting at a table.
Don't tell me who it was. Don't tell me
not
the
gonna tell you.
characters.
I'm
This
not
is
gonna
going to be a
tell
good
you
way
who.
to deal with this spoiler. But yeah.
I do just want to preface, I'm going to keep it as non-gory explaining as possible, but it is going to get a little bit concerning. Is
Liters of blood.
essentially they
Yeah,
play true or
nice.
false, like they essentially are playing true or false with themselves, and they get a question, and obviously because it's a magical like haunted house, it says like, is this a true, I'm like, is this the truth? And if they say no, they essentially have a rock, like this massive boulder that smashes them, and they're gone. And that shit goes everywhere. Yeah, that
That's
happened.
great.
Yeah, that's what happened in the last book. In
Okay.
this book, I've only witnessed one death because I'm early in the book.
I'm in. I'm gonna go to my local library. I'm gonna get this damn book.
Okay,
Dang.
fantastic. It's called
Okay.
Phantasma is number 1. Enchantress number 2. Enjoy, guys.
Let me get dark here for a second. You ever wonder, like, if you're gonna get squashed by a rock, like how instant that is? Like, it's just like completely lights out. Like, is it
Yeah.
like just a second of pain and then
I
you're
would hope so.
lights out? Like, man, that's gotta
I don't think there's time for your brain to react.
Well, it was like a rock pillar that just went like,
just
and then the
squish, just
pillar
like a
was
bug.
there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right. I would
Yeah.
assume you have that it would be over too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good to keep in mind, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
why I'm
Avoid
asking.
pillars.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Neat book. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to bring in like your book recommendations on on this. I don't mind this at all.
Bowser loved it when she was on her vacay and stuff.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
We gotta encourage some literacy out there. You know,
It'll be because I can't read. Right. We gotta have feet to do the ones.
she's
that
out there
show us
saying
stuff.
yeah, but it kind of sounds like her cat got to the microphone too. But
Well, okay. I'm not gonna lie. These are kind of spicy, guys. Not gonna lie.
oh, okay.
But yes, these are the books.
Oh, I like the books too. Look at the art on them. Very nice. Skulls are always sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet, nice skulls.
Yeah, by Kaylee Smith.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Good one. All right, Mitch, what are you playing over there?
I was gonna
big
ask
dork.
you. Oh, that's fun. What am I playing? I finished Tony Hawk 3 and 4. Essentially over the weekend, I went through Tony Hawk 4, beat all of that. They added a new.
Crushed that. What the heck?
I did like 3 to I think there's like 8 or 9 levels in Tony Hawk 3.
But like
3
getting
and 4.
all like your muscle memory is back, isn't it?
So I did all of the. So there's normal challenges that they have. I did complete all of those in
Yeah.
each of the levels. I did
That's
that.
not that easy.
And then you do the crazy thing is after you do all of them, it's like cool. Here's pro challenges where they add
Right.
5 extra challenges to each that are way wilder than I'm not interested. I'm just like, yeah, I'm
Okay.
good, dude. I got that's a lot. I did get the secret level in Tony Hawk 4, which is called Pinball, which is
Nice.
you inside of a pinball machine with a giant Tony Hawk above you playing the pinball machine.
Amazing. That
It's
rules.
crazy. It's a really cool level though. They did a lot of fun things with it. The one thing I forgot though, I forgot about Bikini Bottom. That's in Tony Hawk 3.
SpongeBob.
So I need to go back and do that. I'll probably do that like for like a little bit. I don't even know if it's actually a level or if it's just like a free skate place. So I'll just go there and check that out. But yeah, it was fun. Yes, Fee.
Hi, Mitch. Big fan. Just curious. I've never played one of these games in my life. And I was curious, my life. When it comes to like the actual skater, are you playing specifically Tony Hawk, or do you get to make your own character? What's
You can
going
make your
on there?
own. You can make your own,
Okay.
or there's other characters you can play as. Like, let's say back in the day, Tony Hawk games used to have maybe 10 to 15 people, and now there's close to 30 because they have like
Oh,
old skaters from the old games plus new skaters that are relevant today. But the big difference is that each of them have certain stats. Some people have more higher ollies. Some people have faster speed. Some people have faster spins. So like there's different, that's how you can choose each of the characters, or you can completely customize your own. I will tell you the customized character is not as, I would say Fee would get there and go 5 out of 10. Not the greatest, right? Beard selection was kind of trash. I was a little sad. I was like, oh, like,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. Come
Yeah.
on, guys, get your stuff together.
who's your favorite?
In that game, so the whole time I was playing, I was just playing as my creative character, just because I was like, I just want to play this. The cool thing that I like is that there's a lot of, and this is like in the old Tony Hawk games, like if you would do challenges with certain skaters, you would unlock their video, which basically just showed a highlight of their skateboarding parts and everything. And like Najee Houston, Jamie Roy, like there's a lot of really good, like I remember I was just going through the list of characters and go, oh, I want to see their video. And you could do like one challenge in the game, unlock their video and watch it. And I did that probably like 5 different times too on stream. After I got done with the levels, I was like, I just want to see Jamie Foy's video. I just want to see Nigel's video. So we were doing that. So far though, it's cool. I don't feel like I'm going to go do the pro stuff though, just cause it's like, that
too
would
much.
be the testing of my patience at that point. That would be like I'd rather go play. I have a lot of other stuff to play now, so I'm kind of good. But I do want to go back and play Bikini Bottom. Just because I was so stoked that was in there, and I literally forgot afterwards. I'm like, I'm done with Tony Hawk. I'm like, wait, I didn't even see that. So I want to go back and check that out. But I had a lot of fun with Tony Hawk. I remember somebody asked if they played other skateboarding games like Skate. Is this comparable? And the answer is no. Like Skate and Skater XL and Session are more like realistic skateboarding games, whereas Tony Hawk is straight up like an arcade style game.
These are impossible moves, really.
These are impossible moves. These are completely off the wall things you're never going to do on a real skateboard, but it's just chaos and it's fun. Yeah. And it's like all about getting the high combo, getting the best line, getting all the challenges done. And they're still fun, but they're just totally different games. But here's the thing, guys. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Go try it. Like, if you're interested, just go try it. Runs well on PC. Soundtrack. Yeah, that's what I was playing on. I was playing on PC.
I should play it on PC.
Yeah, I was playing on PC. Soundtrack for it's great. I mentioned that last week, how the only thing that was weird is like the soundtrack of those games are the things that people remember the most. Like
for sure.
Like one of my favorite bands ever, like my favorite band ever, got their big break from Tony Hawk. I was listening to them before the Tony Hawk games came out. They got put on the game and then they just blew up and they're amazing. So those soundtracks, and again, the cool thing is on this soundtrack, new artists I found, I'm like, whoever it is who's in charge of doing these soundtracks, bravo. Yeah. And again, it's obviously not the same crew that did it before. Neversoft is totally gone. Like that studio's folded into Call of Duty now, right? But like whoever they get, solid job. You guys do, that dude is phenomenal. So
everybody needs a person like that in their real life, by the way. Like everybody needs that like friend with like great music taste, great movie taste. Like, you know, those kind of like your IRL influencers.
Right.
For me, it was a guy named Gary. Shout out to Gary. He knew all the things, man. He knew all the good music. Like, oh man, that was great. But sometimes, you need a game to do that for you.
Yeah. And like I said, those Tony Hawk games showed me a ton of bands. I mean, also, it's funny enough, like those games showed me all like the punk bands, like some hip hop artists that I like too. And it was funny because I didn't really like older classic rock music until I played Rock Band, like actual Rock Band. And I was like, oh my God, the Who are incredible, like incredible musicians. Again, though, I was not well versed in listening to that stuff. I didn't have that music dude like Sean's talking about. I didn't have that person that was like, oh, these artists are awesome. You should check them out.
You need a Gary.
Yeah.
But also, Gary didn't introduce me to Deep Purple. And that was Rock Band. So
yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Rock Band.
Like, Rock Band, like I said, that was another game that influenced soundtracks. But Tony Hawk, like, again, for 4 years, I didn't play video games. I was skateboarding. The only video game I played was Tony Hawk. So all I was listening to was all this amazing music. And I'm just like, this is great. So those games are fun. Super happy I played them. They're kind of all done, though, until I played Bikini Bottom. Played Peak. Had a lot of fun with that. Again, shameless plug. If you guys are interested in seeing what Peak is all about, I have a YouTube video of my first time I played it with me, Bowza, and Locklith. So make sure you guys go check that out. It was super fun. Had a blast playing that. So you can check that on my YouTube. I'll be playing more Sunday. This upcoming Sunday, I'll be streaming more of that. Ooh. So fun fact, and I was sad you weren't there, Fee. We got to the Peak.
Dang.
We did. Yeah, it was like... Dang. 2 games like after you left, but we ended up getting to the Peak, and it was me, Bowza, and Buzz, and it was dicey. It was so like getting in that final like volcano climbing up to the top is so sketchy, and there's so many moments like we were just sitting there staring at a gap where you had to jump. Yeah, and we're all just like, I don't know if I can do that. Like it was always me. It was always like, hey Mitch, you should try it. I'm like, all right. And I just run and jump. Like the final like on all the lava level. I was the explorer. I was like, I don't care. I'll go for that suitcase over there and see what I can get. But yeah, I'm super excited to play this Sunday. Bowza's daughter is now playing it. He just sent me a screenshot today of him and his daughter got through the first level like together, and I was like, yeah, Buzz, yeah.
I thought you said Bowza's daughter.
Oh, I said Bowza. I'm sorry, Buzz. My bad.
I'm like, she has a daughter?
Sorry, my bad. Yeah,
like,
Locklith.
I thought it was Locklith. Yeah, no.
It is Locklith, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny enough, that's who I'm playing with on Sunday. No. My bad. No, Buzz's daughter. He just sent me a screenshot that basically was like him and Nora at the top of the first one, and I was like, let's go. Like, and I got that mod where we can play more than 4, so
nice.
I'm gonna ask anybody who wants to play on Sunday. Have fun. Let's play. If you're available, let's play. I'm completely down to play it. So I know Bowza wants to play when she comes back. She just told me she didn't know when she was gonna get back. So ready to play whenever. But yeah, I'm super down to play that. And then the other game that I played, I didn't play Apex at all. Actually, no, I played for like the challenge.
Oh.
I played DK Bonanza.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
That game is fun. That game is fun.
Nice.
It's super cool. The fun thing is like some of the challenges you start thinking, you have to think about like there's lasers that are right in front of you and it's too high to jump over it. And you're like, oh yeah, smash, 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 go underneath the lasers, go through, go under the ground to get to them. I'm like, yeah, you start thinking like that. Yep. I didn't either when I jumped to the laser twice and go, how the hell do I do this? Right.
Then Donkey Kong gets split into all these different pieces.
Yeah. Resident Evil style. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly.
Yep,
Exactly.
Just,
oh man.
Speaking of gory things. But no, like that game is super fun. Couple things about it. Camera, sometimes when you get in the weeds of like down deep into like the terrain, when you made your own path, that camera gets a little weird sometimes. Like it does a lot of this and like things are popping in and out because of the perspectives of where you're at. Like it's a little weird sometimes. Also, it is hella easy. Like it's real easy. Yeah. And I'm like I got to bosses and I like whooped the hell out of these bosses. And I'm like, I get it. Like there is a difficulty mode at the beginning that you can choose, but I thought normal would have somewhat more of a challenge. And so far, like I think I've died one time and it was more on like a puzzle thing, trying to figure out how to get through this puzzle area. That's where I died. Like I didn't die to any enemies that I can remember. I will be doing a YouTube video for that, but I'm not going to do 100% of that game because that game is, there's a lot of that game. I usually do that like 100% playthrough where I record every piece of the game and I'm just not doing that. I'm going to break up some stuff and everything, just some shorter segments, but I do have a lot of fun playing it. I'm very happy I have a Switch 2 because of it. Kind of parts of me wants to play it only on stream, but then parts of me are just like, again, if I'm not going to do the whole YouTube video 100% playthrough, I could just play it on my own and just sit on the couch and go hunt for bananas and stuff like that. It is cool how the sonar part is really nice in that game, I will say, because you'll do the sonar thing and you'll just see stuff through the wall. And you're like, oh, cool, there's a banana there, and just smash your way through to it. Like the way that they did the traversal, how everything is destructive, those things are top notch. The animations of DK is phenomenal. Like he's like the whole, it is basically like he does a lot of moves that remind me of Wreck-It Ralph. And of course,
100%.
It's super Wreck-It Ralph. Like, and then like Paullin is basically Penelope. Like it's super Wreck-It Ralph style, but at the same time, Wreck-It Ralph's awesome. So cool. Thank you. Yeah. Like I don't mind it. I'm not like, that's not a knock on the game, but it's just like, I mean, I think I played like 5 hours, 6 hours of it. I definitely have more to go through, different layers to go through and stuff, but I do like it a lot. And more than likely, I'll probably have it beat before Apex's new season comes out in like 2 weeks. So
look at you just crushing through games. What the heck, man?
Yeah, I was debating on playing more of that or trying to do Elden Ring on PC because I do want to set up that torture stream that I'm going to do.
Go back and forth between Donkey Kong and Elden Ring. You know,
I'll go from something that makes me want to cry to something that I could just beat kind of easily. Like, when I'm on the verge of tears, I'll be like, all right, guys, I gotta go to DK. Make me feel good about myself again.
Man, I need to finish one game this year. Like I know I finished like Blueprints, but it really didn't finish after the credits. So I feel like I have to actually finish.
Credits count.
You gotta count the credits. Accosted me. Buzz accosted me. He's like, "Did you ever finish Blueprints?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Shame on you." He actually said, "Shame on you."
Yeah. Shame on you. Damn.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah." Let me know. I think that was one of Buzz's like sleeper hits. Like he didn't. I don't know if he expected that game to be as fun as it was, but he really liked that game.
I think that's for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, but there's a lot of single player stuff, and I'm good on Apex. Like I got to where I needed to in ranked. There's not a new season for 2 weeks. Let me just play some other stuff. Peak is definitely taking up a day though. As soon as I play Peak, it's like over. I don't want to play anything else.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. So
that's awesome.
Sean, I wish you could play this game with us.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know you would like get into the game.
It's so dumb. You act like you can't. You act like you don't have a console to play it or a PC to play it.
This is what
you don't. And you say it like it's an impossible thing to do, guy. Like just do it, damn it. Try.
Like I understand. Like if it was like you when you guys were all playing Neon White, I can't play Neon White.
No. And that's totally fine. but he does not
Now
have
it's
any
a
sort of
thing.
debilitating reason not to play it. He's just choosing not to have fun.
I don't know. I understand. It's just Sean just doesn't want to play it, and I get it. I just wish that he'd want to play it so then he could play with us.
Yeah.
So part of me, and here's where all these people that were waiting for it are here. Part of me, I want to blame Fee for it. The reason why is because of Lethal Company.
Oh, for the love of
And no.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I wouldn't have been as upset as this man was, right? I wouldn't have been. But apparently, you hit a nerve, and that nerve is those friend games. I'm just saying, it like tarnished him. He's like, I'm done. If you want to play a first-person game on PC with my friends, nah, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, all right.
Okay. You know what? I understand. I should have gauged the room a little bit more before I gifted that game to Sean. Maybe he'd be
How would you have
interested
known? You would never have known.
Exactly.
before
Because
that.
everyone else seemed to really enjoy it. And I'm like, you know what? Sean's going to enjoy this. And he didn't. And that's a
He
mistake.
really didn't do that. That
Not
dude is
enjoy it.
I
scarred.
really don't get it. I really
Yeah.
don't understand what there is about that game.
Here's
It's a
what I'll say
glutton for
about
punishment game.
That's true. Here's what I'll say about Lethal Company. Fun fact, I still have only played it the one time we all did. That's the only time I played it.
That's messed
Now,
up.
again, I happened to get the game late after the site. Now, here's the thing that sucks about some of these
Right.
games, right? You get it a little late and a new one's out. And like, dude, if I ask anybody right now to go play Lethal Company, they're all going to say no. They're all going to say, let's play Repo. Let's play Lockdown. Let's play Peak. Let's play something else. And it sucks that games have that kind of shelf life. But also, when I have that much fun for only $10, and like, swear to God, one of those three I just mentioned, I mean, one was my game of the year last year, but Repo or Peak could easily be my game of the year this year. I have immense amounts of fun with my friends playing those games and so many laughs. Something happened that I will clip and I will put into a short. I've never heard Buzz laugh as loud as I've ever heard him. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And we found in Peak, there's bananas. And I didn't know this, but apparently if you eat a banana, you get some health. But then it gives you a
Yes.
banana peel.
Yes.
And then he threw the perfect banana peel and I backflipped off a cliff. I've never seen Buzz or heard Buzz laugh that hard in my life. I've known this man 20 years almost. He was crying laughing. And again, $10 well worth it. Right there. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
No,
These
and
games-
that's the thing. Some people just don't enjoy them, and I get it.
I get it.
And I'm not crying. I just have an eyelash in my eye. But it's just the real, like, me blaming, like, the of all of the lie, and I'm actually crying. No, like, I get it. Like, it's a type of genre game, and I understand that it doesn't pique some people's interest, no pun intended.
I was going to say that's
And-
absolutely
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
You
you.
should have
Thank
ran
you.
with that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have. But woulda, coulda, but I didn't.
I'm setting myself up for like an all-time regret here, though. Like, this is one of
Why?
those things where, like, in 4 years, like, I'll try one of these games that comes around, like, okay, finally I'll get it, and I have a great time. You're like, I shouldn't have been playing it the whole time.
It's
I
just,
just-
if you have friends, that's why
nope.
these games.
See, that's the problem.
That's the problem. You're right. You don't have
That's the
anybody to
problem.
play with. I'm sorry. My bad. You don't have a whole Discord community that would jump on a game with you in 5 seconds. That's right. My bad. My apologies.
Yeah.
I was so wrong.
Well, no, it's just like, I feel like when we talk about games like Peak and we're all like, yeah, we all played it together, and Sean's just sitting here like, oh yeah, my friends are having fun without me.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Okay.
If he
What?
said that, I would gift him the game now. I would stop talking. I'd gift him the game right now if he said that line, but he hasn't.
Yeah, Ryan.
He just-
Ryan in the chat, he says that what I'm thinking. Having friends is hard, Mitch. Having friends
You
is
have
hard.
3 on this damn show that'll play with you. Shut up. It's just, again, if you're not into it, that's fine. But I just want him to give it another chance. I get it. I get it. Lethal Company happened. It was scarring for the man. I get it.
I don't understand what was the point, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I don't want to be rude. To
I'll
the
tell you
games
the damn
guys
point of
love
Peak.
so much.
Climb.
This
Go
is why
that
I can't
way.
play them, because I'll be rude about the game that you guys adore so much, and I can't do
Buzz
that.
is
to
rude
you.
at times, and we still play and have fun. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Fee shook her head. Yeah, she's like, damn right he is. He gets a little spicy. He's like, go this way. All right.
That's
That's
not. But
fine.
I'm like, I'll trash the game that you love while we're playing it together. I'll be like, this is dumb. That's what I'm.
But do
worried
you
about.
think you would if I mean,
Yeah.
again, I think
I
it's,
did that.
But here's the thing. You did that, But also, I think I don't know if that was Bowser's first time playing or not either, to be honest. And again, I had only seen other people have fun. I had not experienced it myself. Right. I had not experienced that game myself because I was late to the party. So like,
one of my best clips is literally me playing that game while I'm blasting Seven by John Cook from a boombox. And then my friend's like, Fee, you need to shut that off. The door is open. And I'm like, I don't care. And then I start singing and I'm just dancing. And then the clip goes to us getting murdered. It's fine. It's just like, I understand it was an enjoyable experience for me. I wanted to share that joy with my friends, and they didn't enjoy it, and that's okay. It was the same way when I had to play Apex one time, and there's a clip of me, and my friends are like, Fee, you're off the map, you're gonna die. I'm like, I really don't care at this point. And then I just die. I'm like, I do not like this game.
I had that moment in Lego Fortnite. I had the same moment where I'm like, I don't care. I'm dead. I don't care.
And so we've recognized that some games are just not for us. And if I ever have to play Apex again, which, by the way, it's banned off of my computer, it's never being downloaded again. Amber, if you're listening to this podcast, tough luck. I'm never playing that game in my life. It is banned. It's absolutely not. But no, just some games are just not for everybody. I just hope that we can find a game that we can all play together and not have the hell. Is
that what I'm really keeping from happening? Am I the only one?
No, there's games we can play together. We can all play Fortnite if we wanted to. Like, there are games out there we could play together.
That might be the more compelling argument.
What?
Like, if we like the dream is like we have a game that we can all play together, and like this is it, and we're like 98% of the way there, and I'm the last 2%, and it's like, oh, that
we invited this man to play Fallout with us tonight, Sean, and guess who's not playing?
I already had plans. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me.
No, he actually hates Fallout 76, and that's
actually I don't. I just don't. I actually, if I had to, out of all Bethesda games, I'd rather play Fallout than Oblivion or any of those other ones. So I just want to say that.
Well, that's a good choice, but yeah.
I'm just saying. But like, I had plans. I had prior engagements. Don't get mad at me.
I like this conversation. We're learning.
Figure out plans like 10. Figure out plans like more than 10 minutes before the show, and we're good. You know what I mean?
Who has plans after this?
Yeah.
Me.
Like sleeping?
This guy. No, I have plans.
What are you doing?
Stuff. Mind your business.
Okay, try to build friendships and ask them about what they want to do, and they're just like,
yep.
None of your
I like
business.
this turn. I'm enjoying this turn very much.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not asking you anything anymore. I revoke my nerd out / shout out.
Oh
earlier.
no!
Oh, there it is.
Here we are. We're back. We're back.
Balance. We have balance, everybody.
Revoked.
Oh god.
I try to be nice. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. No, for real though. I do have something to do after this. So yeah. I do.
Play with us.
Got a
That's
date.
what he's doing.
That's yeah. I'm very sorry.
Wow.
You guys will just have to deal with it. Maybe next week you guys will get a hold of me earlier and I'll figure stuff out.
That's way too late
download
for
Fallout
that.
76.
No.
Yeah, by that point, Sean and I are gonna have a new game to play.
That's fine. That's fine. There's other games that are out there we can play. We already talked about
We
that.
played Diablo 4.
We have talked about that on this show before.
Look, it's going to happen, you guys, because we're going to get this show down to a reasonable amount of time so that we can actually play something afterwards. We're like, gee, how come we don't like get to play games afterwards and we finish recording a 2.5, 3 hour long show? Like we can do
Time
it
out.
this,
Time out. Some of us do. Some of us go hop in the Discord and play Fortnite with Quaggy and Star and those other people. I just want to say that. Like that does happen.
Cool. That's probably what you're going to do after the show today.
No, not that. No.
Oh, okay.
No. But like I mean, we've like played like what else? Do you remember when we played with
what are
Amanda
you
the
doing?
one time?
Why aren't you telling us?
Do you remember? So curious. I have to help somebody out, okay? Relax. That's all I'll say.
Help them out by not playing games with us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
No. We were also going to play. The problem is we were going to play Fortnite with Amanda. Remember when we played that, Sean, and we had that fun time of where
I had fun with Fortnite.
We did until you were like, "I want to win," and Amanda's just like, "La la 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 la."
Yeah, Amanda. Yeah. She has a whole other persona playing Fortnite. Amanda is a special Amanda. We love Fortnite Amanda very much.
Just a little different. Yeah.
I'm fun to play with playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I bet.
There's times where I wish Fortnite was more than 4 people. Like
all the time.
Well, there's times like where there's more than 4 of us in the Discord and we kind of have to like take turns. So I mean that happens from time to time, but I mean we got that. We have Fall Guys, we have Diablo. Like we have games we can play together, guys. Yeah. I mean,
we literally have like a chart at the bottom of our show notes. I don't know if you guys keep scrolling to the bottom, but like
holy shit, I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Got Helldivers, you know?
Oh yeah, we do have Helldivers.
Got a whole bunch of stuff.
I wonder if there's gonna get some cool new stuff when Xbox release version happens. That would be cool. If like some new challenges happen. Maybe we can get back into that. Some quality of life improvements, maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Overcooked?
Mitch, you playing anything else there, buddy?
No. Those are the things I play.
Was that you? Were we on? That
Yeah,
was
we
your
were
turn?
on me. Yeah. John,
I'm playing Lies of P. I'm playing Lies of P. I'm not very much further ahead. I gotta lock it down though, you guys. We got an offer on our house. We've accepted it. They got to make sure our house is gonna fall over, and then they'll actually buy it from us. So then I'll have a couple of weeks here in between having to show the house off and actually getting the hell out of it. I'm gonna have a little time, maybe in August here, so I can play some games to get this dang Lies of P review out. And get some hours into it, recording some footage there, Mitch, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm very glad I'm playing it. And this will be like one of those, I think this will be like my triumph game of the year. You know what I mean? Like that is a special category, an additory category, if you like. Like this is going to be the one that like you kind of had to push through. This is the one that just like, you just dump hours into it and then you're done. Like it doesn't play itself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick your moves. You gotta dodge and you gotta parry. You gotta do all the things. So is that a hand up fee or are you kind of like swaying? You're kind of like
I'm swaying.
Okay.
Sure,
For whatever
just
reason, it reminded me of a cruise ship, and I watched a little I saw one episode of a documentary on Netflix. Amy Bradley is missing. Apparently,
I saw it too.
Did you see that, Mitch? Terrifying.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Oh, she goes.
She is
she was
definitely
miss-
that. She is definitely that chick in that picture. I'm just saying that is definitely her.
Yeah, she got smuggled off the boat. Like she got.
100%.
Awful.
No spoiler
Awful
alert.
stuff.
So
It sucks because I like cruising, and then they're like, "Oh, it'd be really easy to sneak somebody off the boat."
I wanna-
Like, that sucks.
I want to point out, I know a lot of people who like cruises, right? My boy Keith at work, he goes on cruises on the regular. He
Yeah, they're
loves them,
great.
right?
One of
I've
our
seen two
co-hosts goes on
documentaries about how shitty cruises are. The Amy Bradley one, and then like the poop cruise.
poop
I don't know
one,
if
yeah,
I watched
yeah.
both of those, and I feel like they came out within a week of each other. And I'm like, yo, people at Carnival are pissed right now.
No kidding. Like, leave us alone.
Like, what the hell, Netflix? Why are you doing this to me?
Why are there cruise things? I've just been watching trashy like Mormon shows, but you guys are all over here. This
What
Oh
a
my
different,
God.
what a different algorithm she's in. Holy shit!
Yeah, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I don't know.
What? Who greenlit that? What executive at,
would.
at
Mom
like
Talk.
TLC?
Oh, I
my
would.
God.
I would.
Is
definitely
Mom
greenlight
Talk going to
that.
survive this one, guys? It's a great question. I don't know, but why cruises?
I don't
Because they're
know.
kind of bizarre. They're kind of weird. Like, you know,
True.
they're not
Keith's a
your
little weird.
everyday.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
think they're good for the environment either.
probably not.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
No.
Yeah, just killing the
I-
coral reef.
By the
out
way,
there.
I think both of those events were on Carnival cruises too, which is the worst day.
Oh, were they?
I think they were both a Carnival cruise, and I'm just like, dude.
We should fact check that before we smear Carnival Cruises.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, you Carnival executives that are listening to our show.
Like,
my bad.
come on, man.
What is the
Losing that
first one
Carnival
you
cruise
mentioned?
sponsorship
The
for next
missing
year's
of what?
Extra Life. My
Amy
bad.
Bradley is missing.
Amy Bradley.
I don't think it was Carnival. It had a weird. That boat had a weird name. Let's see if we can find
Okay.
it really quickly.
It's
here.
Poop
Royal
cruise?
Caribbean. That was
Sorry,
Royal
sorry,
Caribbean.
sorry.
The other
Okay,
one
okay.
is Carnival Cruise.
Yeah, Poop Cruise
Thank
was
you.
Carnival. Yeah. My
That
bad.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Either way, the cruise industry took a giant hit the last week on Netflix. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying, man. Like,
Yeah. Shout out to Princess Cruises. Princess is pretty good.
haven't been on one.
Yeah,
Don't have
good
anybody
food.
to shout out.
It's all
Go
about
on
the
a haunted
food.
cruise.
wanna
Yeah,
have a
just
good
go on a
food.
haunted cruise.
You could go cruising over there, Fee.
What,
You can probably see. Do you not see like the cruise ships just out? Just,
Oh yeah,
you
all
know,
the time. Oh, for sure.
Just out yonder. You know. You wake up in the morning and
She acts
you
like
hear
she
them.
doesn't live near water like
I
me.
know.
Now, if I saw
Like,
a
okay,
cruise, I'd be
wait,
like, what the
okay.
hell is a cruise doing here?
Okay, for context, the cruises are usually like more south than where I am.
Got it, okay.
But if I do go downtown, it's funny enough. We were talking about this in our chat last weekend. It was Bows and I talking about the cruise ships that come into my city, because there's a brewery that's like, if you walk off the cruise, it's like literally right there. It's this massive brewery. They usually have like different, like, I guess, like comedians come in. They have like a comedian festival down there. And we were talking about it. It's kind of weird. Because I'm in a small neck of the woods, guys, and hearing Bowza talk about my neck of the woods, I'm like, wait a second, you have been here. I forgot you've been here before.
That's cool.
That's wild. They're just like, oh yeah, the last time I was there, I think I was there. I'm just like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just take a boat.
Yeah, take a boat. No, I've
Pull
never
up
been on
into
a cruise.
Fee's backyard.
I've been on boats before. I've been on multitude of boats, but just never
Yeah.
a cruise. Nope.
Pretty crazy. How do they float? They're huge. How does that work, Mitch?
They're huge.
Science. Years of ship making. I don't know,
Crazy.
dog.
It's not supposed to work out that way, I feel. That's kind of crazy. But also planes fly in the sky, and that barely makes sense to me too. So anyway.
Engineering's wild, right?
Shout out to
physics and engineering.
Yep, Yep. Shout out to the Wright brothers. You know, the Wright brothers with their first plane, like who's the first boat out there? Who's the Wright brothers of boats? You know?
I don't know if that's recorded. Like that was
shame.
a long ass time ago, dude.
Just the canoe. Like let's get a good shout out to the canoe.
Who was the
man.
first dude to cut a log up and go, holy shit, this thing floats?
All
Is that
right.
crazy?
That's all the games that we're playing this week. Hopefully we'll play other games next week. Goodness gracious. I don't think there's any new Game Pass games. We talked about these Game Pass games last week, didn't we? Yes, we got the Grounded 2 coming out, and the Wu Chang and the Wheel World is coming to Game Pass.
There you
You
go.
guys talked about that before.
Yeah.
Did we really talk about this last week? I
I don't
like
think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think we talked about this at all last week, actually.
I think we actually
that
might
was
have
this
missed
like
it,
new
yeah.
games came out and then we didn't talk about it.
I think because maybe there wasn't any. Well, no, there is some new stuff in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well,
Game
Game Pass games that are coming out, we can chat about this really quickly.
that are already out, majority of them.
Yeah, these are all out. My Friendly Neighbor
Grounded 2's not.
on July 17th,
Sure.
Back to the Dawn July 18th, Abiotic Factor. What is that? Abiotic Factor? Abiotic Factor is a survival crafting experience for 1 to 6 players set in the depths of an underground research facility. That sounds like a game you guys would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it
what?
over.
Yeah, Wheel World July 23rd. That's available now. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers July 24th. That's available now. On let's see, Fallen Feathers, a Souls-like action RPG set in the dark final days of the Ming Dynasty. Play as Wu Chang, a pirate warrior, Ryan Turford's favorite. So enjoy that. July 29th coming up very soon. Grounded 2 early access. You guys might get me with this one.
I want to play this game.
Yeah,
What?
we might do some Grounded 2.
Yes.
And really the highlight of the lot here, August 1st, coming to cloud, console, and PC, Farming Simulator 25. Farming Simulator 25 invites you to join a rewarding farm life, build a farm along winding rivers and historic grain elevators in North America. Just don't fall in. Those grain elevators will get you, man.
I'll get you.
They'll get you.
yeah.
This is your bi-monthly reminder to go find Farming Simulator Esports out there. It's out there. It's entertaining. You guys should definitely watch. Fee, you're giving me the confused look. This is why I do this every couple of weeks, every couple of months.
Yeah.
Go out there, guys. Find Farming Simulator Esports. It's awesome. It's way better than it has any right to be. It's excellent. Especially if you're kind of like that. You got like kind of like a little touch of the OCD. You like things just a certain way. Like those guys, they're rocking and rolling. They're harvesting their crops and everything is like nice straight lines. And then they do like the nice U-turn with that big grain thing, the harvester. I don't know what these
Yes.
tools are called. I got to play the game, but it's very entertaining. You guys should go watch it. It's very cool.
Man.
Anything jump out to you guys from that there? A lot of Game Pass games coming out to Game Pass.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, Sean.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
That game looks really good. I remember when we saw it, I think it was last year, and we were very confused about the name because they consistently showed another, like, I think it was a quote or like.
Yes, that is the
and
one.
then we were like, what is happening? And then it was just like, oh, that's a really cool name. And then it was like Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and we're like, wait, what? Is that the name of it? And we were trying to figure it out. I was gravitated toward it, like, I was really interested in it last year, and I definitely will have to try it and probably download it tomorrow and play it a little bit, just because I thought it looked really cool. I like the idea that she's like, I guess this is also probably a really good time because it kind of gives a hint that she's been like, she has a demon, like sort of like, at least she's either been infected or something where she has some sort of like design that goes up her arm. And then I'm like, oh, that's really coincidental that we now have K-pop Demon Hunters. That's really popular. And then we're seeing this. The coincidences have not like gone unnoticed, I guess. Obviously this was announced, the movie itself wasn't announced, but no, I think it looks really cool. And I think that it would be really cool to be able to play a game where it's a lead female protagonist, guys.
There you go.
So I definitely am I'm legitimately very excited to try it out, and I'm going to be playing it tomorrow. So
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I think Liza P is probably taking this spot for me right now. Like I think a similar kind of game. So I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this.
yeah, no, absolutely. I'll have them
Nice.
next week.
All right. We'll hold you to it. Let's make a note in the show notes under what is Fee playing. I'll say better be playing.
Don't put
Wu-Chang.
pressure on her to play anything.
I'm
Just
already-
let her play.
No.
Look, she said it.
That's
I did.
true.
There.
It is my fault. And I'll try it on both
right.
like my PC and on cloud gaming to see kind of the comparison between the two.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Mitch, anything stand out for you?
No, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw like the RoboCop game. I don't know if I've like heard good or bad things. I remember buzzing them talking about it. I don't know if they were actually serious about it or if they were making fun of it or not. Other than that, I want to say Grounded 2, but like I have a bad Grounded experience that bummed me out, and the whole game preview thing always weirds me out too. So
I want to play
Yeah.
Grounded.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's better than the first game preview of Grounded 1, just because they have built up Grounded 1 to a full game and done a billion things to improve it. And I'm sure, they'll have a better starting point, at least with Grounded 2. And again, it's on Game Pass, so why not? If anything, that would be the game that I would probably check out. But I mean, like I said, at this point too, like there's some other stuff I'm looking forward to that's coming out later down the road. But I got games, man. I got plenty of games to play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
RoboCop is made by the same team that did Terminator Resistance, which I played earlier this year, and so it has my attention. I think this is exactly the right amount of camp. It looks really cool. I don't know if I'm getting to it right. I got to finish Liza P. Like, I'm pretty lazy. I'm dialed in on Liza P. So, but it's good. It's good for us to. I think Wu-Chang is probably like. I mean, and Grounded. A lot of people really like Grounded. Like, this might just be one of those not really for us. This drop. We'll see. Okay. All right. Is it time to jump into that there topic of the week? Week?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Week.
Week.
All right, Mitch. I was perusing over at purexbox.com. I'm like, oh, what's going on over here? And one of the headlines jumped out to me. Said Xbox will apparently announce more PS5 and Switch 2 ports in the coming weeks. That could mean next week. It could mean January, because that's still in the coming weeks as well.
The far coming weeks, yes, like the far off ones, yeah.
Definitely. Now, so it inspired today's topic of what games, what do we want to just allow? What do we think is going to come to PlayStation and or Switch 2? What do we want to? What makes sense? I don't know if you guys have like really been giving this too much thought. And also, does this? I didn't even read further than the headline. I think this article is implying that Starfield might be one of them.
It's coming up in the 1 year, isn't it? It's coming up on the 1 year.
I think it's 2 years.
Is it
not
two?
It's coming up
damn.
on 2 years for Starfield.
Oh my God.
They're
Why
almost
don't-
done it. They're almost done
Wow.
the game. So then it'll be okay to come over to PlayStation.
I think like a 2 year mark of that with all the DLC, Game of the Year edition or extra Ultimate Edition, whatever they're going to call it. You know what I mean? I'm sure that would be something that they would do. Starfield for sure. I have a question, and this is my dumb brain. Rare Replay. Is that on Switch?
Snap, dude. No, it's not on Switch.
So hold on. So what happened? So where there's some like, it was NSO games that happened, right? That's what they did. So they didn't actually bring Rare Replay over. They brought NSO games. Some NSO games are from Rare Replay. Is that the case? Like, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah, I want to bring up like a
I think it
list
was
of
like
the Rare Replay
Snake
games.
Rattle and Roll, and I don't know if Banjo or them are actually on NSO or not. But I mean, Rare Replay is just kind of one that's sitting dormant that obviously has some good, nostalgia games for N64 and stuff like that, and NES and all those. So I mean, I would imagine that would be something that's super easy that they could easily move over. I don't necessarily know how well that would go gangbusters on. I think that would be more of a Switch 2 type of deal, like, or Switch
Agreed.
1 and 2, real talk. Like, it could go on both. It doesn't need to just be Switch 2, right? Like, that game could run on Switch. That's fine. I think that would be more of that. Starfield definitely should come out. Because, I mean, I feel like, I'm not going to say the game flopped by any means, but I guarantee you they probably wish it sold better. Because, like, obviously when it first came out, it was getting some mixed bag of, like, it's good, but it's a Bethesda game, it's buggy, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, they made it better and awesome over the last 2 years now. So, them to come out with some Ultimate Edition that has the major DLCs that have happened, put it on PS5, I'm sure that thing would hit the top of the charts instantly. And just give that studio some more money. I'm trying to think of what else. Because I was also thinking of, like, Wolfenstein, but those are already out.
Well, hang on. I want to break down Rare Replay for a quick second because it's a really interesting one. Obviously, Rare has the Nintendo history and a lot of the games coming there, but I want to break this out a little bit because I think people might forget that sometimes Rare made Xbox 360 games.
Yeah.
That if we're talking about Rare Replay coming to Nintendo Switch 2 or even PlayStation, like that would mean games like Cameo would come over to Switch or Nintendo. Probably, I think that would be for the first time. Perfect Dark Zero, Viva Pinata,
That's what I was thinking. Honestly, right now we haven't seen a new Viva Pinata, and I know we clown about it quite often, but quite frankly, it's time for Xbox to have Viva Pinata. And if it means that they introduce a new Viva Pinata, but then they also are like, hey, Viva Pinata is going to be everywhere, it's available on Switch, it's going to do so well on Switch. It's cute, it's adorable, it'll get people in. And then also on PlayStation, we saw how well Astrobot did last year. Doing Viva Pinata is a no-brainer. I know there's a multitude of other games, but I definitely think that that's a good gateway into coming into the Microsoft ecosphere. It's hey, come here. We have Viva Pinata is the best way to put it. Maybe even just releasing the old ones and then being you can play the new Viva Pinata on Xbox. I am trying to promote an idea of getting a new Viva Pinata because that's all I want. That's all I want, guys. I want a new Viva Pinata. That's
totally fine.
Yeah.
Also, Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
There it is. Yeah. And with the mention of Banjo, I'll bring in Kevin Ainsworth, who commented in the Discord, has said, do you think the critical and commercial success of Astrobot and now Donkey Kong Bonanza will make Xbox get their heads out of their butt and make a damn Banjo-Kazooie game? We're going to come back to that actual question in just a second. But as far as Rare Replay goes, maybe this is the way to do that. With Viva Pinata, a lot of these now dormant IP, wouldn't it be great to give them a little bit of life and not on Xbox, but actually port them to other consoles, let people experience them and celebrate them. And then, maybe another Viva Pinata. And I think Banjo-Kazooie, to me, because of course Perfect Dark is dead. We all know that now. That ain't happening anytime soon. So Viva Pinata and Banjo-Kazooie might be our last hope of revival on the Rare Replay front, Mitch.
Also, shout out to Killer Instinct because I just want to point out.
Shout out to Killer Instinct, my
Killer
man.
Instinct
Yes.
on Xbox One. That was a launch title for Xbox One when it came out.
Yep,
was not a bad game. That game was actually
totally
celebrated hardcore by the actual fighting community. And then it just sucks that Amazon bought the studio that made it, and they just said, "Yeah, we're not doing this no more."
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact of Xbox doesn't have they own a fighting game IP that could have some attention that just isn't getting any. Maybe they could also put Killer Instinct on PlayStation and Switch as well if they wanted to revive that. There was some way to do that. That's what I'm saying. You could think of games that just recently came out, but you could also think of how many Xbox One games came out that are just not available on these other platforms. And again, would it take much for them to make it happen? Probably not, especially on the old. I'm thinking OG Xbox One would run Switch 2. Easy.
Yep.
Easy. You could run Killer Instinct at a good frame rate and all those things on Switch 2.
Yep.
Switch 1 though, probably not.
Let me give you this one then.
Not,
You're touching on something really good here, Mitch. I will give Nintendo Switch 2 Rare Replay. I think that would be great for the Banjo-Kazooie and the Viva Pinata that we're just talking about. And I'll give PlayStation Sunset Overdrive because I think that just completely made just get it done. Just do that.
Yeah.
God, that game is so good. Oh my God, that game is fun.
Speaking of Tony Hawk, it really does play like a Tony Hawk game. If you ever stand still in that game, you're dead. It's got crazy weapons, got a great character creator as well. My guy had this big goofy afro in it. He looked hilarious. And it's just a goofy game. They don't make games like that anymore.
The style of that game is phenomenal. The art style, the vibe of it, the characters, the way, it's so fun. Also, I can imagine that game getting a bump in performance too and running super well on this new hardware.
It kind of was one of those launch games that need a little edges smoothed out kind of thing.
I almost want to say, is that the only Insomniac game that's not on PlayStation?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Is
that was
the
a
only
huge deal. That was one of those big moves that Microsoft made. Was the PlayStation studio is making an Xbox game. Of course, that was a second party arrangement back then. They didn't own Insomniac back then.
Right.
But yeah, major. And they own the IP, I can't remember how that one works. There's a weird situation on how that IP works.
Xbox published it, but I think Insomniac owned the actual IP.
But because they could do the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, they could. I'm also very grateful for that game because of that game. Spider-Man's traversal was better.
There you go. Yeah.
Like it's just they do so like Insomniac's one of those studios that doesn't miss. I haven't played a miss from them ever. So
Can I
it's
be
like,
honest with you? Like where
Yeah.
we're at right now, these games we're talking about now, I think this is just my hate for Starfield. I think these are more interesting ports announcements than Starfield would be.
I agree. There's a lot of games that are like those niche games, like, you know, like the rare replays for Nintendo fans, especially. But yeah, you're right. Like there's Xbox One games that came out that just Killer Instinct, dude, Killer Instinct getting like a 4K 60, 4K 120 upgrade on PS5. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Game would run
it's a good
so
game.
smooth. Like there's a lot of cool things that could happen. I think Starfield would be easy to do, if I have to be honest. I can't imagine
I
them
think it's
taking much effort to
expected,
make.
right?
Yeah.
I think that's and maybe that's why I'm thinking like it won't pop as much. It's like, okay, well, this was bound to happen. I'm
Right.
almost positive too that we heard and learned that before they were purchased, Bethesda was going to make Starfield a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
Like I think the only way to get it onto Xbox was to buy the whole damn development studio publisher.
Which is a very expensive exclusive. It's a very expensive exclusive.
Maybe
But
maybe the most exclusive,
most expensive one, yeah.
most expensive exclusive of all time. Yeah.
The easy thing to say too, of course, Master Chief Collection is going to go to PlayStation. I don't care. And it's going to go to Switch, I think, too. I really do think they're just going to say F it. When Gears happened, I was like,
feet.
cool. When Gears and Forza happened, I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's all over. Like they don't care at this point about keeping anything exclusive, which again, I'm not that purist. It's like, make sure you keep Halo. Who cares, bro? Put that thing on there. I guarantee you put Halo on those other consoles. I don't care how old the games are. I don't care how dead those game servers are. Those games will be top selling games on both those platforms instantly. That multiplayer like community is going to get instantly bigger. Of course, you have crossplay to make that happen too. Like you will see that game resurge, and you will see people give a shit about Halo again. If
I think there's no doubt about that. For Halo, you bring up Halo, I think I need to touch on something. I'm just going to touch it just a little bit here, Mitch. I am kind of disappointed in the fashion that Gears is showing up elsewhere. Like, it's so unceremonious. And I don't know, like, maybe that's by design. It just seems like these are big moments that it's like, okay, well, now it's over there. And Gears kind of happened in the Reloaded, so maybe it's not a big deal. But like, if Halo shows up over there, I don't know. I want it to pop. Like, I want this to be like a big deal. I don't know if it needs to have a moment at a Sony showcase. Sorry, a Sony showcase. You know what I'm saying?
maybe.
Yeah.
I think the big thing for me is the fact that Gears Reloaded doesn't. It's kind of sucks, if I have to be honest. Like I'm not upset that Gears is going to PlayStation. I truly don't care. It should have been the trilogy. It absolutely should have been the trilogy. Sean's camera's frozen. It should have been the trilogy. Because I think if it was the trilogy, it would have been that moment you're looking for, where it's at like, here's one of the biggest reasons to ever own a 360 back in the day. Here's one of the best trilogies out there in gaming. Like I really like that trilogy from start to finish. It's great. I think that would have made a bigger impact, but honestly, like it really does feel like an excuse to put the game on PlayStation by making it slightly prettier, because it's just Gears Ultimate prettier. That's it. It's not any new nothing, and it
That's
kind
kind
of
of what I mean. Like, I know my camera's frozen, but hopefully my microphone still
No, your
works.
audio is still good. Your audio.
Yeah, okay, so that's just awkward for the video, but that's okay. Like, Gears showing up on another platform in this sort of like, maybe it doesn't even matter, like remaster, like that feels so crappy. Like if you're going to sacrifice the exclusivity of some of your biggest games and you just sort of like, I guess it's over there now. I don't know. I feel like this should be handled better.
A bigger deal. I think it should have been a bigger deal. It was a Tuesday post, dog. Like it was nothing.
That's what I
mean. It was just like by the way, this is coming out. That's cool. I think Halo would be a bigger deal. I think Halo would be like a Gamescom. I think the thing is though, is like what they would do is they would do it in the same fashion that they're doing Gears, is they would make Halo Master Chief even better on the new consoles, right? They would take like a proper update, 4K, 120 multiplayer, cinematics, blah, blah, blah. They would make it a bigger deal, and then they would put it on PlayStation at the same time and Switch at the same time. That's how I think they would do it. I think Gears, it's just strange that they only did Gears 1. So but the thing is too, is they literally didn't really do anything to the Ultimate Edition of Gears. They like, it runs slightly better. That's it. Like I played it on PC and I was just like, I just felt like I was playing Ultimate. Honestly, it didn't even feel like it played better. I was just like, this is just Ultimate. And that was bumming. And again, I'm not crapping on Gears Ultimate. It's good, but it's like it should have been a bigger deal for it to happen. It should have been like I agree with you, Sean. It should have been a bigger post. I also think Xbox fans, because honestly, anybody who has Gears Ultimate right now doesn't really care that this is coming out. Like, it's the same thing as Ultimate, slightly prettier. So us Xbox fans were like, cool, thanks. And that's why they made it free for people who have Ultimate. Because if they didn't, people would be pissed if they had to repay for this game. I can tell you that now. But I think it's just a bigger deal because, like, oh, we made a PlayStation version. Oh yeah, let's give the Xbox people their free copy because they already bought it. But I mean, if it was the trilogy, I think it would have been a bigger deal. And that's why I think Master Chief Collection would be a big deal. I don't think that would be a flounder of like, don't do Infinite, if you ask me. Don't do Infinite. Don't go do that. Give them Master Chief Collection. Give them the whole thing. So I think if you do that, that would absolutely make much more sense and everything with that. So, as far as it goes, though, like I said, I was thinking like the older stuff, the stuff that we had that was exclusive to Xbox, like Dustin. And again, I think some of these, like especially, I'm not gonna say 360 games porting over, but like some of these older games could run on Switch 1 as well. Doesn't just have to be Switch 2 stuff, even though obviously I think the Switch 2 being a thing is going to be better overall when it comes to things like actual games running properly. Because Switch 1 is not going to run some of the games that they would try to port over. Like it would have to be a Switch 2.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like if you do Master Chief Collection, that's not going to Switch 1.
You would literally kill the Switch 1. It would
it would
catch
melt
on fire. It would
100%.
melt.
Yeah, it would start to catch fire. 100%.
It'd be entertaining to watch, but no.
Yeah, yeah, like that would be the YouTube clickbait. I downloaded this game and it made my Switch melt. You know what I mean? Like that would be your YouTube clickbait. Except for it'd be real. It wouldn't be clickbait. Yeah, like games like Rare Replay though. Man, imagine the resurgence of Viva Pinata. And then Fee is just so happy because people are talking more about this game. Especially like I think on Switch, that game, I'm not saying people on PlayStation wouldn't care about the game. I just think on Switch it would have a much bigger deal. People would lose their mind over that.
Well, it's just, I can only imagine, especially for people who have been gaming a lot longer than me, is just watching an IP that you enjoy just be put into essentially this like state of stasis, like essentially in limbo. There's no idea if they're going to be releasing a new one. It's the same way how I feel about things like Trauma Center, because that game was great. It's not as well known. And I understand, and your people listening are probably like, Fee, this happens to a bunch of different games. What are you talking about?
That's how I feel about Titanfall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's just so
amazing game just gone.
Because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a no-brainer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just makes so much sense. Games like this, we have freaking Mario and all these other like smaller characters, and I'm saying smaller, I mean like cute kind of characters for things like Nintendo. We saw Astro Boy do so well on PlayStation, and then they just have this ability and stuff like that. And I know I talk about Viva Pinata at length, but there's like other IPs too that we're not doing anything with them. They're just sitting around. They're just collecting dust. And I'm like, for the love of anything, please just come out or do something with them. And if it means putting them on a platform that might receive more love, it's the same way how I felt about Ace Attorney for the longest time. I got so frustrated watching Capcom just not do anything with it. And then it took forever, but then it came onto PC and I'm like, thank goodness people are finally playing these games, because they sat on like the Switch and they sat on the Nintendo DS and no one was doing anything. And it's just like, I'm excited to see stuff. And for people who are like, they can't move this IP to another place. Guys, they literally said everything's an Xbox. I don't know how you're surprised at this point. It's the year 2025. They've been promoting this. Sean is currently... Hi.
I'm back.
Hey,
I'm back.
Welcome back.
The whole computer froze. It's probably fallen apart. Probably built it wrong.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, you're...
Yeah, I was just going on a tangent about IP is just not being
No,
utilized
that's
to
the
its
point of the
potential.
topic is like we're way beyond that at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the
Yeah.
point. And so, like, I don't know if I missed anything in terms of like, did you guys add any other to the mix? Like, I think for me, and I might be like sort of adding a new spin just on the fly here. The game for Nintendo is Rare Replay, and then PlayStation gets Sunset Overdrive. I think is probably what I think would be kind of fun. I think Starfield is obvious, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything that you guys would want to highlight to like hone in on. Because the other, like the danger that I didn't really set up with the topic really is just like we could, to your point, Fee, like we could literally name every game, every exclusive that ever happened.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you want to see that might be interesting, that maybe might allow people to see games for the first time or get experience with them? Like, I think just as a bonus entry into it is like, I think Quantum Break is a good example of that.
I just looked up Xbox One exclusives. So like I started thinking of like which one of these would make sense on other platforms. Quantum Break would be a good one. I mean, the other thing too is like the kind of talking to what Fee was saying. Fee was talking about how IPs get dormant and stuff like that. This is actually a way to kickstart some of those IPs again to gauge interest. So
100%.
like Sunset Overdrive. What if that goes to PlayStation and people are like, holy shit, this is fun. And then Insomniac's like, oh, it's fun. Can we have a team maybe do a Sunset Overdrive 2, put that on Xbox, make some money there too? Because again, like you could do it because like now the gloves are off the other way too, right? Like they're putting Helldivers on Xbox, which is still like breaks my head to say that. Like that's nuts. But like give them some of those IPs and let State of Decay. Is there a zombie equivalent game?
State of Decay might be the best answer, Mitch.
That would be a
State of
good one,
Decay
too.
3 launching across.
Yep, all of it.
That might,
Again, like
that's a pretty
there's
good one.
zombie games, but is there a zombie game like State of Decay? No. Like, and again, multiplayer. I'm literally looking at like, because again, as a multiplayer guy, like Killer Instinct, the fact that Killer Instinct's like done and like, you know, whatever. You put it on another platform, it rejuvenates all that multiplayer stuff, right? Some of these games like State of Decay had multiplayer. Do that. Some other games that are on here, I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, you know, some of the older IPs, but like Sunset makes sense. Rise doesn't make sense. Dead Rising 3 doesn't make sense. Was
Psychonauts exclusive? Psychonauts 2, was that exclusive to Xbox?
No, it was.
Really?
It's weird. It says on here, no, PS4. It was on PS4. Yeah, PS4, Windows, Xbox One, and Series S. So yeah, it was out on other stuff. It sucks because I would say things like Crackdown, but Crackdown 3 wasn't all that cracked up to be. No pun intended. But like those are fun games too. You know what I mean? Fable. You want to kickstart some people on Fable. Again, I think the problem is though is like in some of these, you don't do the Gears route. Gears, like I'm so bummed at the way it's going to PlayStation. It needs to be all of it. Like, don't give people one. Like, all these people have been like, I feel like with Gears, it should have been the trilogy. With Fable, do the trilogy. Just put the trilogy out. By the way, when you do this, put it on Xbox too, because we don't have an upgraded 4K version of the trilogy, right? We don't have that better version of the trilogy.
Yeah.
I like State of Decay. I don't know if making 1 and 2 makes sense, right? But State of Decay 3, when that comes out, put it on everything. Just any of these multiplayer games, they thrive on the fact you need community. You need players playing them.
Yeah.
Put it on everything.
Yep.
Don't limit it to one. And that's why I think Halo going to PlayStation is, again, that game still has people playing it, obviously. But the amount of influx of people that would happen and show up from that, oh my God. Like people would care about Halo again. And people would care about Sunset Overdrive again if it showed up on PlayStation. Like, easy thing. Rare Replay would instantly get sold 1 million or 2 million copies on Nintendo. Easy. Like so fast.
No, it just feels like one of those things, and I think we've talked about this before, is when people who play in one specific ecosphere when it comes to gaming, and they're like, it should only be us. This is an exclusive for us. We should have access to this. And then when they look at things like this and give them an opportunity to maybe breathe new life on a new platform to get more people, so maybe we get some more funding, so maybe you guys get to see a brand new game in this IP for the first time in a decade, you guys are like, no one can touch my toys. Like, come on. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
People just want to defend a plastic box they bought. Shut up. Like
Guys-
that's all it is. Swear to God. Like I want to be
makes
right. I
sense.
want to make sure I made the right choice. That's all exclusive like fanboy wars are. It's just defending the box they bought.
Correct. And I
Whatever.
one of those things where I think this is a good opportunity to breathe, like I said, breathe new life into the IP in another platform. So then we can see that like thrive somewhere else. Maybe it means that we then get a next one in the series. I just hit my desk. I'm not mad. I
Sunset
just,
Overdrive 2
accidentally-
would be so good, dude. Sunset
Yeah.
Overdrive is such a good answer. Like I was thinking of like the Nintendo route. What would be the best game for Nintendo people? And Rare Replay made sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sunset Overdrive. And Insomniac could easily just be like, yeah, sure. Like because again, they made it. They'll just be like, yeah, sure, we'll do that. That works.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man.
I mean, they seem to be busy over there, those folks over at Insomniac, so they'd have to figure something out because they're doing Wolverine, they're doing a bunch of stuff over there.
They are, but at the same time, they put out Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man and Miles and Spider-Man 2 within like
Yeah, they're
5
like the
years.
Obsidian over there.
They're so good. And like they could do that. I think they could have a team because again, the game's made, porting it over probably wouldn't be too terrible. Dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Insomniac's the studio, I would believe in doing it.
My final answer on this one, just to cause a shit show a little bit, is I would love to see Forza Motorsport go over there and take on
yeah.
GT. That would be amazing. I just want to see it. Might as well, you know?
Might as well.
I wonder if like obviously do you think PlayStation would veto that? Do you think PlayStation
I don't know.
it's such a weird thing because like objectively, most people I would say that Forza's better of a game.
I'd be
So
curious.
it's like, do you allow the game to come on your platform where you're going to sell it and make money at the cost of possibly killing Gran Turismo as a franchise?
I mean,
like-
I think both franchises are in a really interesting and precarious kind of spot. Like they almost have put themselves in a corner.
Yeah.
You know, like they can only because they used to be the games that would blow you away with how realistic they looked and all those things. And you can only push that bar so far, I guess. It seems like interest has waned. Like Gran Turismo was mainstream, even though it was a simulation. Like that was a reason to get a PlayStation. So it'd be
Was there
interesting,
not a
Mitch, because there's
movie?
so many.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
There was
It's a movie. Yeah.
Oh, the movie's pretty good, actually.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen it.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom's in it,
Ooh.
and he
Orlando
pronounces it
Bloom.
Nissan.
Never mind.
Does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty great. Ryan Turford jumps in the chat and points out something we were talking about, I think last week or the week before. He says, Ryan says, Forza Horizon 5 is already the highest selling game on PlayStation 5 this year, so there's no way they turn that down. It's like the argument, the counter to that always is Forza Horizon 5 is not the sim game, it's the arcade kind of like open world kind of thing. I feel like there's so many games that like probably could be not allowed on PlayStation that they allow anyway. So this would be a weird veto, I would say.
Yeah. It just sucks because it's like, again, I think, and also though, I think Gran Turismo, because they're not doing Motorsport anymore, right? Like the Motorsport studio, didn't that close? Didn't they
Well, they
shut
closed
down?
the
Like,
studio at least down to like just a bare bones skeleton crew. And this is why I want them to do it, actually. Like there's maybe some reason for it, is like breathe some life into it. But I argued a couple of weeks ago on the show, like,
Yeah.
you should have done that first. You should have put
Sure.
Forza over to PS5, maybe breathe some life into this damn game, support the studio, keep it alive. But like, goodness gracious.
So Yarden in the chat has I actually kind of believe this. Yeah, I think Motorsport is dead for Horizon Full
It's
Speed Ahead.
so sad, dude.
It sucks. And again, like for all you super, simulation car game people, like I get
Right.
it. Like Forza is better.
I love that
Exactly.
game.
Exactly. I think the problem is too, is again, like Microsoft's going to look at, sales and things like that. And they're going to look at Horizon and how Horizon sells so many copies every time it comes out. And they're just kind of put all their money and resources into that.
I hate
and
it.
that's why but that's also why it sold so well on PlayStation, because there is not a game as good as Horizon on PlayStation at all. Like that genre of like arcade style, the rally style game, there's not a game like that on PlayStation. And that's why
But
it's the
they
best-selling
support
one.
each other. Like those two games support each other, and Microsoft knows that better than anybody, any of us commenting on this stupid thing. It's like, where do you think like the why the cars feel so good in Forza
Right.
Horizon? It's because it's based on the tech from Motorsport.
And I was gonna say that the tech, the visual tech as well, the weather tech,
100%.
like all that stuff gets pushed to its limits here. and then they kind of like learn from that to make it in Horizon. Yeah.
And it sucks because like these are the games, Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsport, and Horizon have basically killed off all other racing games. Like there's no dirt, there's no grid, there's no Need for Speed anymore, there's no any of these
Midnight
things.
Club,
And it's like,
there's nothing. Yeah.
that's what I mean. So it's like, well, if you're going to be the one to destroy a genre, like stick around, you know? Good God.
Sure.
Okay. Well,
It's kind of, that's wild because like, dude, Midnight Club was made by Rockstar. And like they have unlimited money, but then like again, Rockstar did that, and now they're like killing all their franchises because of it. It's like they used table tennis for graphics, they used LA Noire for face capture, they used Midnight Club for racing, and then they were just like, here's GTA.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we don't need any other games. Here's
ultimate
GTA.
end. Yeah. I hate it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Well, this is super positive. I want.
No. Hey, there's a lot of good games that we talked about. A lot of games that make sense, and I wouldn't be upset with any of these going there because at the end of the day, again, I didn't even know that Forza Horizon 5 was the best-selling PlayStation game this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I wonder like what that does to Sony's mindset. Like, oh damn, they put out the best-selling game. It's an Xbox game. And then what does that do for Microsoft's end? Like, yeah, we realize that this game is literally that good. And it could just jump on another console and become the
drives me,
best-selling
you
platform.
guys. We're gonna have to move on because this kind of stuff drives me crazy. Because these games sell well, which means people like them and they would like to buy them. And they were exclusives on Xbox. And if you just bought an Xbox instead of saying Xbox didn't have games, we wouldn't be in this mess. And it's so stupid. And I hate it. And that is so
that
frustrating.
is so crazy. Xbox doesn't have games. Best-selling game on PlayStation is an Xbox game.
No kidding. And it's like the people who said that these games suck, like the community as a whole. I'm gonna have a conniption. I'll cause my computer to freeze.
What's the next question?
Again.
What's the next question, Sean?
Well, I just want to make sure, Fede, are you good on this? Do you have any games that you didn't get to mention?
I just want to talk about Viva Pinata, guys.
Okay, there you go. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to Kevin Ainsworth, who said, "Do you think the critical and commercial success of Astrobot and now Donkey Kong Bonanza will make Xbox get their heads out of their butt and make a damn good Banjo Kazooie game?" Fee, what do you think? Like these games are selling well. People want them. They're designed well. Xbox has this IP. Hello.
Xbox, be smart. You have an opportunity. Do not fumble this. This is ridiculous. You have a great IP. It is a great time to bring this out. People love cute and adorable freaking characters. Bring it back. Like it's like, I don't know. Like the best way to think about it, it's easy money. Like I don't understand. Like people love this franchise. It doesn't make sense not to do it. Like it just seems kind of like, Sean, it seems like a no-brainer. Like I don't understand why they want to do it. And now why am I frustrated about this? They have time to do this.
Because it's a no-brainer. That's why it's frustrating.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like we'll like within like the next 3 years, we hear something. It has to happen. Like it's unless they randomly pull a magical like other cute character that they came up with, sure, but like I don't think that's gonna be the case. It just makes sense to bring that back.
This is the difference, Mitch, between Xbox and then PlayStation and Nintendo. Nintendo has been harvesting their nostalgia for decades at this point. PlayStation is, I think, starting to figure out how to harvest its nostalgia. Like they're actually settling in quite nicely. And Xbox has no clue how to harvest its nostalgia. And it stinks because to a certain degree, they did it really well by giving us free masters, these free remaster, like the way that they have software upgrade the way games look on One X and Series X. So that's a bit of a bummer, but like maybe they could just take a note from some of these other developers, Mitch.
Yeah, I think like their idea of nostalgia is just making your old games playable and not showing the love that the games need to to kind of give them those old games their flowers, right? And that's kind of where like Astrobot does a phenomenal job of doing that for all it is, right?
Yeah.
So like the majority of the game, all the levels and all that stuff are all based off that. I don't want them to do that with Banjo necessarily, but also to add on to what Fee said, they don't have a game in this genre right now. Like they don't. Like they have a lot of different games, and there's like obscure games like with what Double Fine's doing, and then
they bought Crash and Spyro.
But that's the other thing too. You have a studio that has made not only the previous games look better and be, your remasters, your true remasters, but then they made a Crash 4. That was Toys for Bob, which did go on their own, but still said hey, we'll work with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Again, I think like you have the resources available to make a game that could fit this genre. And I mean, the thing that sucks, in my opinion, is it's going to be hard to not top, but in my opinion, even be on the level of Astrobot and Donkey Kong, because those two games are really damn good. Those are like banger games. And that's the only thing that's like, some people are like, oh, you tried and didn't do it, whatever. But like, DK's getting 10s. Astrobot got 10s. Astrobot got Game of the Year. DK is absolutely going to get Game of the Year from some people. Like, it would be hard for them to do it. I think they have the resources and the IP and like the, they need something like this in their portfolio. I just hope they can deliver on, because like we want that type of good game on Xbox.
But
And
they
it's just
wait
like-
so long on this. They wait because you look at Donkey Kong. It's not like Donkey Kong came out of nowhere. Like Donkey Kong is almost a spiritual successor to Mario Odyssey.
It sure is, yeah.
So it's been basically like almost a decade since that game. So it's like people will forget the lineage here. And same with Astrobot as well. Like the latest Astrobot is not the first Astrobot game. So Xbox waits until sometimes these games reach these pinnacles, these heights that are so great. And then it's like, okay, where's Xbox? And then they start to do it. And it's like, they're 10 years too late. But I think you guys touched on it as well. What I would like to see Kevin Ainsworth is do the reignited thing, do the Spyro reignited thing, remaster all the Banjo games we have up to date, make it, quality of life improvements, camera improvements, and make it look incredible. Like, I didn't like the original Spyro games, but the reignited trilogy is spectacular. And I really do think that something like that could get me into Banjo-Kazooie, because famously, I don't think Banjo-Kazooie is all that great, but I understand the genre, and I think a lot of people have nostalgia for it. And I think there's a lot of improvements that could be made there that might make it just work out.
Yeah.
No, oh, you go first.
No,
Mitch.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so earlier this year, on a random, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, they just randomly dropped Oblivion. They were just like, here's Oblivion. We know that you weren't expecting this. Here you go. Do you think that if they randomly did this with Banjo-Kazooie, they just randomly on a random Tuesday afternoon, they're like, hey guys, here is the remastered trilogy. Do you think it would have the same resounding success that Oblivion has? Or do you think that would be a wise move for Xbox?
I think if it came out on all platforms at the same time doing that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they dropped it, shadow drop, just like they did Oblivion, don't just make it on Xbox.
Sure.
Put it everywhere. PlayStation, Switch, day one. Obviously, if you have Game Pass, you get to play it included with Game Pass, right? But I think if they did that, and the shadow drop of Oblivion was great because it went everywhere. If they only put it on Xbox, people would still be like, that's awesome. But then, oh, where's it on there? Now that Xbox has made that like point of like, we are not scared to put things everywhere, I think it would be a huge success if they shadow dropped it, put it everywhere, including Switch, including PlayStation, and just gave you the incentive of having it on Game Pass. I think that would be a big deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice.
For sure.
I like it. So there you go, Kevin. That's maybe they'll get their heads out of their butt. We'll see. Final question comes in from Final Fantasy VIII is Life. Final Fantasy VIII is Love, also known as Awesome Dave. Awesome Dave, this is a question I think directly for Fee. With Blizzard being at the upcoming Gamescom and a rather large push for World of Warcraft to appeal to more players, when will we see a console version of this game, Fee?
I mean, Mr. Pandaria is coming out in like, 2 weeks, if not less. So it would make sense to maybe try to bring over Classic first. Maybe try to like get the nostalgia play. That might be one of their better options. But it just like it doesn't make any sense. We saw last year when they brought over Final Fantasy 14. I think it is a good opportunity within like the next few years to bring over World of Warcraft. Even though Final Fantasy 14 wasn't as a resounding success, the latest expansion, I feel like that would lead it to more audiences. I feel like they probably need to do another update in some capacity. For people who are joining, like, World of Warcraft right now seems a little bit confusing, especially with like the most latest expansion, and I'm saying like the actual World of Warcraft, not classic. I feel like if I tried to go back right now, it wouldn't be a nostalgia factor. The last time I tried to hop into regular World of Warcraft, Sean, there's no nostalgia. It is like, what am I going into? There was like chaos happening, there was phases, there was just a lot of things like I didn't really recognize it, I guess. So it's a hard answer, like it's a hard question to ask, but I feel like a good opportunity would be maybe we see this within like the next year with Mist of Pandaria coming out to Classic.
I really thought you were going to say never, because anytime I would ask other people about this, apparently like the controls are bonkers and it would never work on a controller.
Okay, you know what? I have some hope. I know some people play with like 24 button mouses and like there's no, but we saw success with Final Fantasy 14 and that game can go off when it comes to buttons as well. Because you can have not one, not two, but 3 different rows of buttons that you have to click, and some of them you do need to have that kind of chaos. I do recognize that a lot of people don't think it's a good idea, but I think you know what? Try something new, Blizzard. I know it's been over 20 years that you've released this game. Introduce some new people to it. Yes, Mitch.
I think if you do it on console, you need to put it everywhere. I don't think you just do Xbox or anything. You make sure you put that thing on PlayStation as well.
Well, now, but like, wouldn't that have been an interesting play to make it before they do this whole everything's an Xbox?
If they did, yeah. I mean, because I don't know what subscription numbers for WoW look like. Obviously, it's not as popular as it used to be at one point in time, right? Obviously, it's not. But if you're going to do it, like, it sucks now because it's like, it would have been like a huge deal at one point in time if they were like, this is exclusive on Xbox consoles, right?
Yep.
That would have been nuts. Or I remember there was always the rumor of like, if they did something with Game Pass, had like a version of Game Pass that had WoW subscription in it, or, you know, did something there. Obviously, if it's still popular enough, they're not going to go that route of like including a WoW subscription with Game Pass. But I mean, yeah, like I think it would. I also too, keyboard and mouse on Xbox. That's also a thing. Just a heads up, guys. Like, you can plug in a keyboard and mouse into your Xbox if you want.
Awesome.
to.
Dave points out there are PC add-ons for the game to use a controller, so people are playing on PC with the controller now anyway. So maybe it's not as impossible. So this is good context to have. This is good because I don't know one way or another, and all I've heard is that it's an impossibility. But maybe if there's a will, there can be a way. I will go out on a limb. I'll just say the dumbest thing on the podcast tonight. I've always felt like if you have a subscription to World of Warcraft, you just change that into a Game Pass subscription and include it all, and vice versa. Like, I just think you combine the worlds, and all of a sudden, overnight, by the snap of a finger, you go from whatever. I don't know if you looked up the numbers for World of Warcraft feed.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, so I saw an article from IGN from, the thing is, the last thing I could find is like from IGN from 2024, and it was 7.25 million.
So imagine like adding 7 million people to Game Pass. Like, I just feel like it changes the economics for like what else comes with Game Pass. I know people are going to tell me like, you can't give all the games away to the people who are only paying for World of Warcraft. I just think you need to think bigger than that. You know, like, what if you went from that's probably like a 30 to 50% increase in Game Pass subscriptions, like overnight, and you just include it all.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be a wild financial decision. That would be nuts. I mean, again, like, it's like vice versa. It's like you're going to get more people playing WoW. And again, I'm going to ask a stupid question. I'm going to ask a stupid question. Are there microtransactions in WoW, like, aggressively to where people still buy like that type of stuff?
No, like, there are some like different pieces that, like, you can get like mounts, you can get pets.
Right.
Sometimes they'll have a charity associated with said mount or pet. And I know that there are a few other things that you can buy on the store. I did look up a website that talks about active players. Right now, apparently daily it's about 1.5 million and 2.6 monthly.
Holy shit.
Which is
That's
still
what I mean, man. Like,
a lot
what?
of
They're not
people.
doing anything with those people. Like, bring them into the Xbox ecosystem. Like, that's what I thought they spent
That's
the $70 billion on, was like buy the access to the players.
There has to be some data out there that's like, the people that have a WoW subscription, do they play other things? And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, because sometimes you get those players that are like, I play WoW. I don't play. Same thing with Madden and Call of Duty. You get those people that just play Madden and Call of Duty every year. You guarantee there's people out there that just play WoW.
Mitch, from 2008 to early 2013, I played nothing but World of Warcraft. I
Right.
tried to play other things. I was not interested. I
Right.
tried Old Republic. I tried other games that my friends tried to give me. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I tried it for like maybe like a few hours. And then I just played World of Warcraft. There are people who are dedicated to that game and haven't played any other game in 20 years.
Right.
It's one of those things where like, and Sean, I think you make it a good point. What would happen if they randomly gave it to let's say Xbox Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers? I wouldn't be here. I would be playing World of Warcraft right now, because if I could play with Ultimate and they say like that's your World of Warcraft subscription,
Right.
like it would make sense for me. I'm not paying another $19 a month to play that game, but if
Yep.
it said like, hey, here's an exclusive if you have Ultimate, you even Classic right now. It is
think
such a good option.
bundling these subscriptions makes to me, just in this moment, I think bundling
Yes.
these subscriptions, including Elder Scrolls Online, which is theirs as well, by the way.
Yes.
Like, just bundle in the subscriptions, and you could almost not do the day one games on Game Pass anymore, or maybe less. Or like, I think that actually makes more sense. Don't make me have Xbox Game Pass and also a World of Warcraft and or Elder
so-
Scrolls. Like, these are separate subscriptions that they're asking people to pay.
Exactly.
It's
There was
maybe
a-
the most valuable thing that you could throw at a subscription-minded person, to have them buy a subscription like Game Pass.
Yeah.
Also, too, there was a study of like people who have Game Pass end up buying more games overall.
Of
Like-
course, because I mean, that to me is like a self-selecting sample. Like, these are people who are in the know. They go out of their way to buy the Game Pass thing anyway. So these are gamers, you
Right.
know?
But I
And
think, like I said, some of those people that are like stuck on WoW, right? If they had options to play more games, maybe they would buy different games. But the thing is, Fee's like, no, that's not the case. These people are stuck
Some people
on WoW
will.
forever.
I'm not talking for all
Sure.
World of Warcraft players, but
But that's the only reason why I think like that's the only argument I would say is like that might be a deter, like a reason you don't do that, Sean, is simply because like they've gotten data that's like, yo, these 1.5 or 2 million players, they don't play a damn thing else, dude. We don't want to give them anything else for
Yeah.
extra. But it's like, that's why I asked about the microtransactions the opposite way, right? Can you give it to people who don't play WoW right now, get them interested in WoW,
But who
and then
cares?
like,
Who cares if people who are playing World of Warcraft, who cares if they're going to play anything else? Like, what you're actually doing is making Game Pass more valuable for people who haven't joined right now. Like, it's
You
like a gym
are, but-
subscription or gym membership. Like, you actually don't want them to use the equipment. Just get them in, get them signed up, and that's it.
sure, but also like some of those that's why I'm also trying to figure out like what's the cross pollination of those people, because like if you do that, are you sacrificing?
It
How
doesn't
much
matter what
money
cross
monthly?
pollination is. It is completely irrelevant. But what you want to do is say, we've got 50 million people subscribed to Game Pass, because that changes the games that come into Game Pass. It changes all of the economics around that front. Like, you just make it one instead of these siloed parties of people. Some people are in Game Pass, some people are in, like, who cares about cross pollination? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, like there's there's a reason they haven't done it yet. And I'm just trying to figure out what that reason is. Like, what's the economics of them doing it versus not doing it? Like, are they still, because obviously it's all about money, right? All of this is
Right,
all
because
about
I
money,
think you
but-
guys are making the point that, like, if you're subscribed to World of Warcraft, you're not playing anything else. So you're not cannibalizing anything at all. If those people just live over there, then let them live over there. But like, what's the harm of bringing them all as one group, one Xbox family?
Is there a difference in, and again, me being naive, between WoW Classic and regular WoW? Is there different subscriptions
Yes.
for that?
okay.
Or is it like one World of Warcraft
No, it's the
subscription, you
same.
can play all of the
It's
above?
one World of Warcraft. Like, I think it is.
What
One
is the
second.
price on that now?
What do we
second.
pay? Like $18 a month Canadian? Something like that. We just
So
did it
probably
the other
like
month.
15 for WoW subscription costs 15 probably then.
I would
Like-
love to know people's ideas in the Discord and the YouTube. I'm throwing a bunch of like craziness here as well, and I know that it's maybe a half-baked idea, but
Okay.
I'd love to be challenged on it. I'd love
The
to,
subscription covers both.
yeah.
So
Okay,
you
yeah,
do get
yeah.
classic and you do get retail. But honestly, like, it's almost like you could like migrate it almost into like the Fortnite model, because they have different like mounts. You can get like items, you can get things like that. You
100%.
could
They're
then-
monetizing on top of the subscription.
Yeah, absolutely. And some
I would
people do
almost
buy
say-
purchase it through gold through WoW, by the way. So that could even be another incentive. That could be almost like going through like Microsoft, like getting points and stuff like that is like, why shouldn't I be able to get my Microsoft, like my like Xbox Ultimate through World of Warcraft if I consistently play
100%.
that? Like,
Or at least on PC.
exactly. It's an incentive. It's incentivizing people to play that more, and then it gets them on the actual like.
Yep.
I think I was going to say, like, it sounds, and this sucks because I don't like them already splitting up Game Pass as it is, but like PC Game Pass is obviously cheaper than Ultimate.
Yes.
And I mean, you could have a version that includes a WoW subscription for $2 more or $5 more or something, like an add-on to it.
Yep.
And just get an extra $5 out of everybody who has a WoW subscription who wants that.
Well, I think that makes. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it would make sense if it was included in Ultimate, but then also having like maybe like a PC Blizzard bundle where it's you get World of Warcraft, you get the PC gaming. It's maybe $1 or $2 extra a month, because then it gets people.
Because Ultimate is like the biggest thing is if you have a console as well and you care about cloud streaming, that's where Ultimate matters. But like Buzz and them, they just have Game Pass for PC. They don't care about any of the other stuff, right?
Okay,
like
then cool.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the PC people like are happy with PC. They don't have to pay for gold on console. Sure. They don't have to do cloud. They don't care about that stuff. They have a native machine that does it all. So like if you were to have like another tier, and again, I hate the fact that we would have another tier on there, but I mean, if you made it $3 more a month and be like, oh, by the way, here's WoW included now. And again, that would give WoW people like, oh, you want to pay $3 more and have access to 500 whatever games.
It's like old cable subscription service.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
Individual channels.
It sounds bad. Yeah, that's the problem.
This is the thing. You try to nickel and dime players, and it's just like this simplification. There's value in that for sure.
But it also
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because there's also lull times in World of Warcraft. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy XIV, where you've done everything in the expansion. What are you going to do now? You can either go farm for mats, you could prepare for the next update in the expansion, or alternatively, I could go and play an Xbox game because it's a part of my now new PC, Blizzard bundle. So it would make sense for that. It would you would definitely see an increase, because then you see people like, oh, I'm waiting for the next raid to come out, or I'm waiting for my raid for the the week, because some people only have one particular character, or you're waiting for the latest expansion, because that does end up with a lull. The amount of dip that they see before a new expansion is pretty substantial. Go get them to play more Xbox games.
It's true. I was gonna say there's a question from Yarden in the chat that I think didn't make it into the show, but yeah, that's something else too. Would a new Guitar Hero game be successful with Fortnite Festival exists now? My answer is no. Fortnite Festival is too big of a game.
Man.
No. Fortnite.
What?
No.
Nostalgia, my dude.
No.
Guitar
Fortnite,
Hero might need a little time to cool off.
Fortnite bought Harmonix. They bought the company that does the best music rhythm games on the planet Earth, and they have epic money. No, sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what Fortnite Festival is. So
Fortnite Festival is basically Rock Band, who was made by Harmonix. Epic bought them, and they basically bought them, and they were Rock Band was still its own game. They were doing their own thing, and then when Fortnite did the whole Lego Fortnite and racing and all that other stuff, they basically took Rock Band and just put it into Fortnite. And they were just like, Harmonix, you are no longer doing Rock Band anymore. You are doing Fortnite Festival. It is literally a rhythm game just like Rock Band.
Is Fortnite Roblox? I'm confused why they're just collecting games like it's
Infinity Stones.
In that way, yes.
And that way they did. Yeah. Because they bought what is the name of the Rocket League company? They bought them too. And then they made the racing game within Fortnite. Like they literally did buy studios that do so well, and then they were like, make everything Fortnite.
Yeah,
and that's
Rocket
the only reason
League,
why I
Fall
say
Guys.
Yeah. So there's Fall Guys in Fortnite now.
Is it Psyonix that does Rock Band or Rocket League?
That sounds
and
familiar,
Harmonix, Psyonix, Harmonix.
Yeah. How funny is that?
That's interesting.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Guitar Hero, it would take a lot for Guitar Hero to be more popular, because Fortnite's just too big.
That sucks. Why can't Guitar Hero just live like Just Dance? Like, why can't that just be a thing that Ubisoft puts out every single year?
They tried to do that when they did that new Guitar Hero game.
Actually, you know what? I take it back completely. I actually hate the Just Dance model. Like, I can't stand it. You buy the game and it gives you like 6 songs, and then it encourages a subscription. That's gross.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Sean. I agree.
No, I take that back instantly. But it's one of Ubisoft's most successful things. But anyways, I think That is all on episode 396 of the Xbox Drive. Mitch has got a date or something weird that he's not telling us about. So, Mitch, why don't you go ahead and tell us, before I thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com and you run off to your secret mission, tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
You're not going to find me. I'm going to be on a secret mission saving a third world country overseas. You know what I mean? Like, I have a James Bond mission here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying not to tell you guys. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, it's confidential.
It's confidential. Where you can find me this weekend, though, is streaming. Mitch Power 1116. You can find me everywhere: Twitch, YouTube. I actually started streaming on TikTok. I found a way to do it through OBS.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not
so I've been testing. Dude, TikTok is a mess, dude. I'm trying to get over there. It's a mess.
TikTok.
No. TikTok wants you to use TikTok Studio for everything. And by the way, I have OBS, which does everything perfectly well. TikTok doesn't give you a stream key, so you have to do all these weird workarounds to go through OBS. It's dumb. But anyways, I've been trying to stream on all of the above. I will be playing some Donkey Kong Bonanza, so come check that out this weekend. And Peak on Sunday, pretty much with Fee, with Locklith, with possibly Bowser if she comes into town with Buzz. Come check it out. Mitch Power 1116.
Fee, what about you? Tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me here. You can find me over on the Discord at the Carpool Gaming Discord. You can find me on X. You can find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ranix. And at this weekend, at some point, you'll see me over also on Lucas's channel. He started streaming, everybody, at Green Rose 77, where he's playing really nerdy games, and it breaks my brain. So, yep.
ultra nerdy games, like stuff with
Lucas
stats.
on sometime.
Exactly. And you can if he's randomly streaming and he randomly gets let's say an ultimate or something like that, I in fact do scream and then you can hear me from the other room, which is hilarious. Because then I'm like, Rainbow!
That's the best.
So you hear me.
The off-mic stuff is the best.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Unless you're recording a podcast and dogs are barking, then you hate it so much.
Absolutely. No, I usually will just start yelling when exciting things happen and you can hear me in the background.
I love it
so if
so
you want to
much.
check that out, go check it out. Green Rose 77. I'll be over there this weekend. So yeah.
What a supportive partner right there. Look at that.
No kidding.
Great job.
As for me, you can find me on Blue Sky, CPG Sean, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/Carpool Gaming Live, right here tonight, right after the show. We're going to play some Fallout 76. And on Monday is my birthday. We're going to have a birthday stream. Woo. And I don't know. I'll play a bunch of games. Probably not Peak, but we'll see. Maybe I'll play that cabin. What is that? The cabin game. Yarden got it for me. What the heck is
You
like
mean
the
the-
Exit
you
8?
mean the cabin
the
one
cabin
where-
factory. The cabin factory. Maybe we
I'm
do
so
that,
upset.
Fee.
Oh,
man.
man.
Okay, well, I don't want you to miss it. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
That's it for me. Okay. We could not do this without everybody's support over at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. So we want to say thank you. So I will say thank you so much to everybody who's over there, especially our ultimate producers, Brendan Myers, aka _Winter Gamer. Thank you so much, Brendan Myers. Thank you to Jonathan Brown or Jonathan Brown, JB, YAB, PME. Go to linktree/PME.jib. Listen to PME on Spotify and Apple Music every single day like I do. And thank you to TechMike, who says, whether you are Kevesi or Agnian, you are a Xenobabe at heart. Thank you to our platinum producers, Benny, Peje EP, Smokin' Yo, The Captain, and Tim Paullin. And thank you to our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave, 1337, Bradmore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannoh, Emily O'Kelly, Yon32, Laura, Ligerwoods, 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, and Steven Keller. Holy crap, there are so many of you guys. Could not do this without you. Fee's got a Fallout toucan or a toboggan, and what if you like. Who's calling that a toboggan?
Toque.
It's a toque. A beanie.
Oh, got it.
A beanie, maybe. Just use all the worldwide terms for what is on your skull right now. It's very cute.
Fallout.
That is all. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Xbox Drive 396. We're going to be back next week with the Bowser 13. I think Bowser's back from Hershey Mountain, the chocolate volcano. It'll be very fun. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next one. Say bye to the people there, Mitch.
Okay, bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.